There we go. Got audio now. Forgot to unmute the mic. Rookie mistake. How's it going, guys? Part number 17. No, not the mounting. Well, actually, yeah. Looking at parts for the combine right now. Had to do a couple of things on it today. Actually, today we finally added the blower tube. We rebuilt that fan also on it. There was two bearings in that housing of that blower, and those two bearings were out, so we ended up tearing that all apart and replacing it. And it had a little bit of a growl to it, and we tore that apart and got that fixed. So if you had the I should have way more subs. I agree to that. Yeah, that's why I'm going to title these "Road to 100,000." If you had the opportunity, would you get a 7830 John Deere? Honestly, I feel that would be a perfect replacement for the 4630. I feel that would be a good. I wouldn't say for those of you that actually have livestock. It's kind of weird, probably hearing a grain farmer call a tractor a chore tractor, but that's kind of how I refer to the 4630, because really all it does at this point is it runs the batwing mower and it runs the grain drill occasionally, because it was on the grain drill for a little bit there for a couple of fields. But otherwise, it also spreads a little bit of fertilizer every once in a while, but that's about it. So that's why I feel a 7830 would probably be like the perfect replacement. But in my opinion, I'd take the 4630 and 4430 and replace them with like a 72 50R or 7210R or something like that, like a 7R with a loader on it, because I feel that would be a really good way to kill two birds with one stone. I hate to say that, but I feel that would probably be a good idea to kind of get rid of the loader tractor and get rid of the 4630. I hate saying that, but I feel that would be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Ontario. That's, yeah. Do you have an idea on how many total acres you farm? Yes, 1,700 acres that we farm, and we picked up 1,000 acres of custom work, custom harvest work this year, which we only have about 110 acres to do on corn for the custom work, and about 20 acres of beans to do on that. And then the rest, we got about 700 acres of our own corn to run, but we've got a lot of hauling out to do, because pretty much all of it's going to get run through the dryer. What am I even looking for here? I want... do you have any idea? I already answered that. A 72... The 72... I didn't even know they made a 7270R. I thought 7250 was the biggest they made in a 7R series. The first thing we need is a sprayer. Yeah, I second that. We need to get, in my opinion, a what do they call it? An STS 12. Those are the Hagie models. Start with what? STS, and go with what? Whatever size tank capacity they are. So like if it's 1,000, it's a STS 10, or 1,200 gallon, it's STS 12. In my opinion, I wouldn't want anything bigger than an STS 12. I wouldn't want to have to carry around 1,400 or 1,600 gallons. Yeah, in certain situations it would be nice, but in my opinion, I just don't want to carry around that much weight on a sprayer. And front booms, definitely front booms. I feel that would be good. But yes, I understand that there's pros and cons to front booms, but in my opinion, I'd rather have front booms. What advice would you have for a beginning farmer? Have a lot of starting capital. That's all I can really say. Have a lot of starting capital, and maybe if you can, work for a close by retiring farmer, and maybe you'll be able to take over his farm if he doesn't have anybody to succeed. How much land do you have that you farm? Are you talking like me personally, or are you talking the farm in general? Because I just stated how many acres we run on the farm. If you want to talk grain systems, I got a good idea. Sure, I don't care, Riley. Yeah, we can talk grain systems. Hey, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. What are the Packers playing tonight, Casey? They go up to a 73-10R. I'll have to check on Deere's website here after I find this pulley, just to kind of confirm on something. They make a 7210, 7230, 7250, 7270, 7290, and 7310R. Really? I didn't know that. And now SC Young says the highest they make in the 7R series is a 7280R. Either way, I don't know. Probably don't need too much horsepower, so really a 7310 would be kind of overkill on a loader, I feel. I don't know, considering the 8530 had a loader on it. You know, it had a H480 loader on it. We didn't have, when we bought the tractor, it didn't come with the loader because we bought it on auction. And before that, they had it on consignment on the dealer's lot out there. And the dealer decided to separate the loader from the tractor, but they didn't take the joystick out, so I had to have John Deere come out and reprogram it after I pretty much had the entire command center completely exploded out to take that whole joystick out. And once I got the joystick yanked out of there, they had to reprogram the tractor so the hydraulics wouldn't so the hydraulics would recognize that it's all going to be run through the SCVs and not the joystick. The highest. So when you disc the fields, well, actually vertical till, because we don't disc. A lot of you guys mistake that. But I'll forgive you for that. So when you disc the fields, how come you don't follow the old lines? I see you guys going sideways. Oh, on an angle. Okay, yeah. So we go typically on most of our corn on corn fields, or really just the fields that we're hitting with the vertical till, the corn fields, say the least. We'll run those. I'll program in the GPS. I mean, before I used to just strike out an angle without the GPS, but on the GPS, I'll put in I'll use like a heading or a degree heading. And instead of like an AB line, so it's straight, I'm actually going to take that line and angle it by about 3 degrees. And I'll run on a 3-degree angle. And actually, I'll angle regardless whether I'm going on an angle in the field or if I'm going straight in the field. And also if I'm in either corn or beans. Irregardless, in that situation, I will run the gangs on the discs or the disc blades, I guess you could say, on the vertical till at a 3-degree angle. And I'll run that regardless on corn or beans, at least for fall vertical tillage. For wheat, I run about 2.5 for prepping wheat ground, or at least I should say soybean fields to plant wheat. I run on them about 2.5 gang angle and stock that in probably a 1/2 inch deeper than what I run for fall vertical tillage. This year we actually did a spring vertical tillage pass, which we normally don't do, and the only reason why was to warm that soil up enough so that we could actually go out there and plant. And actually, so we were kind of doing something similar to like Brian from Brian's farming videos, and I'm actually really liking that 2-pass vertical tillage idea of doing it once in. Okay, somebody's spamming Merry Christmas in the chat. I really like that idea of doing the 2-pass vertical tillage once in the fall and once in the spring. But really, with the idea of cover crops on our farm, we're going to kind of eliminate that second pass. That's where I feel the stalk devastators kind of pick up the slack in that part. So essentially, our second pass, if you would call it vertical till pass, will be in this fall. So we'll run the stalk devastators like we have been on the corn head, and then go through and hit it with the vertical till. And in my opinion, it's doing an extremely good job. I would highly recommend running those stalk devastators. So, really, I haven't heard any. Well, actually, that's true. I have seen pictures of the 7R 72 or 7330R. And actually, if you guys don't know this already, RF at noon tomorrow, new era John Deere equipment coming out tomorrow, and it's obvious. I mean, it's going to be the new John Deere tractors that everybody's been posting online, including myself. For 250 acres and a tractor. So, okay, I know what you guys are talking about there. Yes, Keith, the Packers play tonight, and I hope we win. I think the Colts played today. I don't know. We've been working all day today on that. Well, I should say about half the day on the combine and half the day out there cleaning up the bin site, because it seems like we always get a ton of what you guys call bees wings. I call them corn fuzz or red fuzz or whatever from the dryer out there. It seems like then the next day we get a pretty decent rain, which we got about 1 inch and 4/10. And actually Tuesday and Wednesday this week, they're talking 90 and 80% chance of rain. So I don't think we're going to be really doing all too much this week. I know we're not going to definitely not going to be cutting beans this week, but we'll see. Is there anything you don't like about the 8530, pros and cons? One thing that I did not like, and I realized it first time I went to wash windows, cannot wash, and this is coming from a 9400T operator, from, down to an 8530, I guess you could say, or mechanical front wheel drive tractor, or front wheel assist, whatever you want to call it. With the track tractor, I could walk all the way around that thing and clean the windows. And when it came time to clean the windows in the fall, or really whenever I was operating it, I could not. I had a heck of a time trying to figure out how I was going to clean the back window, and I ended up standing on top of the 3-point. And actually, I slipped off the 3-point, and the grain cart was hooked up, and I landed on my back. And the tractor was off and everything, but I landed on my back on the PTO shaft, and the other half of my body slammed down on the hitch on the grain cart. So it's a wonder I did not screw up my back, but I still climb on top of that not PTO, the 3-point, to get up on top there to clean that back window. And I did put a step on the right-hand side to get up on that right-hand side to clean the windows. But cleaning that back window is somewhat of a pain. I mean, I've kind of got it figured out now. It's a little bit easier now that I've done it a few times, but it's just something to get used to. In my area where, what after we just sideways? Yeah, see, we don't do any subsoiling. I know a guy asked me on one of my Q&As a while back about why we don't do any subsoiling, and because we don't see any benefit to doing it. So we do 2-pass with the Diegelmann Pro Till on some fields if we don't rip them. I wouldn't mind trying a high-speed disc and kind of comparing it side by side with our vertical till. Pretty much, I guess at this point, it doesn't matter which kind of high-speed disc you kind of go with, because I guess Diegelmann was the first one to make them, and then Kenzie started to, and now John Deere has their own. But I would prefer to try Diegelmann because, I don't know, it's kind of like a Draper. You know, I'd rather run McDon because McDon knows what they're doing. That's no indication on which head we are going with, though, that statement. But yeah, I wouldn't mind trying a Diegelmann, just running it side by side. How do you like the IVT and ILS on your 8530? Are they expensive to maintain or fix? As far as I know, the tractor has just over, probably close to 300 hours that we've put on it. And because we got the tractor with 4212, and now it's up to just over 4,500, I think. When I finished up over at the river, it was at like 45.8, 45.08. So as far as I know, I've talked to some, and yes, it is expensive if you don't treat it nicely. You know, it's basically if you don't treat it well, it's not going to treat you well back. So you don't want to be hard on the IVT transmission. You can abuse it pretty badly if you don't know what you're doing, and it took a lot of getting used to at first, of not having to use the clutch whatsoever. Like, I've probably, the only times I ever used the clutch in that tractor is when we first got it, because I was nervous about, using the IVT. But think of it this way, guys. Those of you that have run combines before, or even sprayers with hydrostats in them, it's literally like a hydrostat, but it's really an infinitely variable transmission. That's what it's called. So that's really the best way I can describe it as, being that, similarity, I guess you could say, to a hydrostat. But it's not a hydrostat, but that's the closest I can do to compare for you guys. But yes, both of those are very expensive to replace if you abuse them, which I baby it. I like it, and I want to, make it last. So I baby the thing, and, I put like 98% of the hours on it. I know Dad's a little bit hard on it because he doesn't realize that you just throw the F1 or F2, whichever range you want to be in, which normally field work, I run an F1, and then transport or roading through the field, I'll do F2. But I guess he just hasn't gotten the hang of it enough to understand that you just throw that lever all the way forward in F1, and then your speed is controlled by the throttle at that point. But I understand that you don't have to throw that F1 all the way forward, because, I've played with it a bunch of times already to understand that. But yeah, it's all on how hard you run it, which I'm pretty gentle with it. Hope your harvest is going well for you. Thanks, Matt. Hi from Alberta. Cool. How big is your grain cart? It's a Kenzie 840, and with the 2x10s or 2x12s on it, I can't remember what size boards you've put on that. Either 2x10s or 2x12s, either way. With those two board extensions on it in the roll tarp, heap bushels, it's probably right at or just over 1,000 bushel. There's a chance of mixed rain and snow Friday morning. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm not really too hyped up about that. But yeah, it looks like I am on a live stream marathon. I'm just gonna keep live streaming. You guys love those. I'll still do videos, but I'll just keep up the live streams. So I'm hearing mixed reviews about IVT transmission. My local Deere guy says to try and stay away from it, but coming from a guy with IVT tractor, what's your review? I would, when I first ran it and I finally got used to it, because the first actual field work I did with it was field cultivating that tomato field that we had that year on the 40 on the corner. And once I got used to it, I love it. And once Dad ran it on 65 acres, and that's really the only like legit like amount of acres he's ever run with it, is running the VT on 65 acres there over in Shins. And once he got done with it, he wants just about every tractor to have it. And I would love a loader tractor to have it, because I feel that'd be awesome for a loader to have IVT. Now, a neighbor of ours, I believe he has IVT and ILS suspension. What I've heard, though, you do not want ILS suspension with a self-leveling bucket. I heard, or self-leveling loader, I should say, not bucket, but you guys understand what I'm saying. I heard that combination, the neighbor says, is not very good for running loader in, but I don't know. They've hardly even worn the leading edge off the bucket, so I don't think they've used it too much at all. But it would be really interesting to have IVT on a loader. I feel that'd be nice. But yeah, Dad really wants every tractor to have IVT, and so do I. I mean, I understand PowerShift has a role, and I'm not shying away from PowerShift anymore. I mean, our 4650 has a PowerShift, but I've yet to run a newer tractor that has PowerShift than our 4650. Depending on changes made in the last 8 to 9 years, the John Deere and Case IH high-speed discs are junk. They're pretty much just photocopies, I imagine, with probably cheaper bearings as always. The quality of bearings that we found in this combine completely suck compared to when we ran our 9650. Put it that way. I mean, parts in general, it seems like across the board, whether that be on a combine tractor, piece of equipment, have flat out sucked lately, over the years. I mean, the quality, a lot of Chinese and foreign made parts, and that's the downfall. I know with Klaus, though, they get German bearings, and I heard that is probably why Klaus is considered almost, in my opinion, a little bit better of a combine than John Deere. But would we ever run one? No. But I know I'm positive all their bearings are German bearings, I believe, which that would be awesome if John Deere would do the same, but why? Because, I don't know, then your combine would cost $100,000 more. Diegelman are built heavier than the Deere's. Only reason we went with it. Yeah, I heard the Diegelmans are built a lot heavier. Not much is new today, Zero. Just cleaning up around the men's site and doing a little maintenance on the combine. Alberta, I answered the question a little bit ago, but you might have accidentally posted it a couple of times. But anyways, we're going to get rid of our lease 8370 with IVT and go to one of the newer 8Rs 410 with the Command Pro. Okay, so explain to me, Riley, since I guess you know more about these newer John Deeres than what I do, because all I've seen is pictures, and I've chatted with one person on them, and I know our salesman's really tight-lipped about it, and I know he can't say nothing about it, but sometimes he says some stuff to us, which is kind of cool. But what described to me is different on the Command Pro than what the Command ARM console is currently on the current 2019 8Rs, because I know the 2020s have a redesigned, I believe, Command Pro, well, like what you just said, Command Pro armrest. So how do I like the combine? Love it. It's awesome. GoFundMe page for haircut money. LOL. Yeah. I'd rather do a GoFundMe page for a grain cart. So any donations that you guys post in the stream go right towards a grain cart. So feel free to drop me a donation if you want. I'm tightening my battery cable on my Polaris 570. The ruts in my field don't help much. My neighbor runs Deere drill. He loves it. Yep. We run a Deere 750 20-foot air grain drill, not air. Sorry. Not yet. Someday, though. 40-foot or 42. What? They make a 42. Explain to me why they make a John Deere 42-foot air drill. What is the purpose of that extra 2 foot on a drill? Whereas, you know, you got a 30, I believe, what? A 35, then you got a 40, then a 42. What's the purpose of the 42? Explain that one to me. We just got done with harvest in Ohio. That's cool. Good for you guys. We'll be done sometime, I would think, possibly before Thanksgiving. Possibly. I would baby that IVT trans. I've seen how a car IVT trans, and they are sketchy at best. Yeah. How often do you have to grease the 8530, and are you guys on Instagram? So the Instagram, if I can find my mouse between all 4 of these monitors, is right here. Okay. And how often we grease that 8530? I don't know. Like, I should probably go through and grease it honestly. If you, probably sometime tomorrow. I grease it every like 100, 150. I mean, there's, you know, the ILS suspension, I believe, is you grease that every like 200 or 250 hours, I believe, every time you change the oil, which I didn't do that when I changed the oil in it. But, you know, I mean, when we're walking around greasing the combine, I'll throw some grease on it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything really. I mean, you're not going to, obviously I'm not going to over grease it, but I'll go through that ILS here probably sometime this week. But it doesn't necessarily take 2, but it's easier if somebody's sitting in the tractor cab, and then you can turn the wheel. That way you can get all the grease zerks. It's 2 foot bigger. Yeah, but my explanation, or I just want an explanation why they went to, you know, why do they sell a 42 foot? What's the purpose of it? Because I don't understand why you would make why not go like a 45 or something? I mean, I don't know. It just seems odd that they would just make a 42 foot. You know, I mean, they sell 40, but let's make a 42. I don't know. It just seems odd. What's the plan for tomorrow? Finish fixing the combine, and I honestly don't know. I don't know if we're going to go pick corn. Possibly go pick corn, I know, but it really all depends. I don't know. We'll see what Marv's up to, because I imagine Marv wants to go pick that 45 acres on Max. Would you get a 1520? I believe it's a 1560 you're referring to. 3-point 20-foot grain drill. No. We would go to an air drill before we go to another grain drill, or back to a regular drill again. I got to drive a new 6250R with the Command Pro, and it's like the new S700 handle, and you can have like 3 set speeds that way that you want for anything. It's very similar to the 1000 series where you can. Okay, that is nice. That is really nice. So now I just got to convince our salesman to let me demo one. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know. I really hope that we could do more demos with Greenmark in the future, but we'll see. I mean, we were this close, I feel, to not getting that demo with the 680, but I'm glad it happened. I'm hoping that we get more demos. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool, and I think if Matt understands the benefit of the YouTube, which I hope he does, but I don't we'll see. Your thoughts on 42-foot drills are my thoughts on 132-foot sprayer booms. Yeah, that's another thing I was going to bring up too, Ontario. 132-foot sprayer boom. Why? I mean, your pass would be, your round would be 264 feet. I mean, I guess at that point, you're not going to be matching with the planter. And I guess at that point, if you're running a 132-foot boom, you're farming at least, 8,000 acres? So I guess it doesn't really matter at that point. 132-foot sprayers are for 20-inch or 22-inch rows. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that. We have two 7810s with 10,000 hours on them or more and no problems with the IVT transmission. Yeah, see, I mean, it all depends. I mean, that transmission could be bulletproof if you treat it like, if you baby the thing, or if you're not hard on it. So I've heard. I mean, living proof right there. Two 7810s, over 10,000 hours at least, and no problems. So, but we talked to the guy that previously owned the 8530 before it went on auction, and he basically ran it on a same size grain cart we did and a Kinsey split row 1631, and that was it. That's literally all it did all its life from the moment he bought it brand new, because he did a gold key on it, because actually under the hood, it's got the signature and everything on it for the gold key. And no, we did not get the gold key from the guy, but I thought that would be pretty cool if we could someday. Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, I feel ours could last a long time too. The Command Pro is overall very similar to the 1000 series Challenger tranny, except better. Well, I can't wait to see it. I mean, put it this way. I mean, I've seen pictures of the unveiling over, like, when they did it over in, Spain, I believe. And they look good, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I'm surprised your dealer isn't more eager to give you demos with your growing YouTube popularity. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm huge on YouTube, compared to some of the other guys, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. And I feel if I continue to do the live streams, because you guys really like the live stream, so give it a thumbs up if you like the live stream. I'll continue to grow, and I hope he understands more and more about how beneficial this is. I mean, put it this way. When I have a John Deere dealer out in Kansas wanting to work with me, and no joke, I'm dead serious on this, and there is a possibility I might get another demo this fall. And like I said, it's not going to be from our dealer unless something happens. But I know the dealer out in Kansas that messaged me on Instagram Friday wants to work with me. I mean, this is coming from the head marketing guy for their dealer, and it's just a one-store dealer, I believe. And yeah, so they're wanting to work with me, and I told they're going to send me a care package and stuff, what they call a care package, and I'll be wearing sweatshirts and stuff in my videos every once in a while. I mean, mainly I'm going to be wearing these, which I'll get these out online here eventually for you guys to buy. But yeah, so I told him, hey, you want to make a demo happen? He's like, well, I'd love to make a demo happen. I'm like, well, if you make a demo happen, I'll send you some sweatshirts and T-shirts back and of our merchandise. And he couldn't believe that we had merchandise. I highly doubt a dealer would from Kansas would want to demo equipment from or with a farm in Indiana, but I honestly don't know. I mean, I know he told me his sales manager was falling in love with my YouTube, so I don't know. Maybe something would happen with that. I don't know. Do you prefer tires or tracks on your equipment? Tires. I did not like the 2-track, like I discussed in the last two streams. I didn't like the 2-tracks the 2-track 9400T that we ran because of the way it bermed the end rows when it turned. If we ever got something with tracks, it would either be a row track, with the tracks in the rear, or an 8RX, 8RX. It's kind of weird saying that, but yeah. An 8RX I feel would be really cool, but way out of the price. You know, I guarantee you those tractors are going to be insanely expensive like they always are. I highly doubt Deere would even come down on price a little bit, but yeah, I saw that today, Riley. I thought that was cool. I screenshotted that. I have literally all the pictures of all the experimental equipment that John Deere's got out like right now, including that combine that had the conveyor on it for the auger instead of, you know, like a an auger for the unload. It was a belt for like an unload. So but yeah, tracks, it would have to be something with 4 tracks, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, like a quad track. That's the only way I would go with something with tracks again, or tracks in the front of the combine. That'd be pretty badass. That'd look cool. Camzo needs to sponsor me. In South Carolina, most farmers in my area are done. I only have 1 field left, and then my area or just the yeah, I noticed that the other day. Trees are finally starting to turn colors or change colors. So that's cool. Did you see that photo? Yeah. 8 likes. Let's hit the like button and help him. Thanks. We got a New Zealand viewer on here. That's cool. Love the videos and keep up with your harvest. Keep up. Love the videos and keep up with your harvest. I hope you guys get done before Thanksgiving, but you know what that we get is always screw ups. Yeah. The new 2 tracks are way better in regards to berming because I don't know. I've seen video footage of even the 9RTs running from the air, like aerial footage of them running, and they still seem to burn the ground. I mean, really, I really don't see how they can improve that because of the way the tracks, really how they turn. So I really don't see how they can improve on that. We're getting AGCO demos because this guy named yada yada is really eager to steer me away from Deere, so I'm hoping to try a Fendt 1050 in a Class 8800 or Klaus. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm open to trying like case equipment from our local Bain Welker equipment dealer. I'm open to trying like other brands. I mean, why not? I mean, it's a demo. I mean, try it out. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you'd really like it. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm open to trying other brands than John Deere. I mean, I just prefer John Deere just because I grew up with John Deere. Dad grew up with John Deere, and that's what Grandpa started out with. And I mean, I can't say the parts service or parts are always available, but 90% of the time, I took it down from 95 to 90, but 90% of the time parts are available. Not always at the same store. You know, you got to go to a different store every once in a while. It's not always going to be sitting down at Knox or down at Plymouth. You know, you got to go down to Winnemac sometimes, or even up to Leesburg. So I understand tracks are expensive and higher maintenance. Yes. That's why some people don't understand why I want tracks on a grain cart, and that's just because of better weight distribution. And plus, their tracks on the Elmer Hallmaster carts, they're hydrostatically driven. So supposedly, if you get the tractor stuck pulling that cart, the cart is supposedly able to pull you out. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I screenshot everything. In our area, they mostly run wheels and mostly narrow duals or wide tires. I know some of you guys want us to run LSWs on the 8530. I really don't want that because then if we need the side dress, then we don't have, you know, tires for side dress. I mean, I understand that we could change them, but it's just a lot of work for really nothing, in my opinion. Yes, I understand LSWs. Oh God, they can reduce compaction. And yes, I feel that would be almost a little bit of a benefit for our no-till operation with the vertical till. But because I got in an argument with a guy today about us using the vertical till. But anyways, yeah, I just don't want to take the time to change between duals and LSWs. I mean, that just take way too much time. Did you get a good rest last night? You were shot last night. I'm shot right now. I was shot all day today. God, I'm burned out. They are expensive but worth, and they're no, where's the maintenance? Yeah. Yep. I mean, LSWs, yeah, they're worth the money in my opinion, but I'm not going to run Goodyear LSWs because I hate Goodyear tires just because of their track record. So some of you guys on here might argue with me on that, but just from around here and what we've seen, we don't want any part of Goodyears. We run Firestones on pretty much everything, if not Michelin's. Michelin's are expensive though. We found that out because the rims on the 450 are 20. They're like semi tires on the 450. And those Michelin's were very expensive for that green truck. But we put Michelin's on the front last year, and then we changed the rear duals. This year. And yeah, it looks really nice with the Michelin's, and it rides a lot better than those Continental tires that were on it from the factory. Would you create a map on Farming Simulator like Welker Farms if Mapper's Paradise was to contact you? Yeah, I would do that. Hit the like button. Yep, second that. Have you ever been to Putnam County, or Putnam County? I don't even know how you would pronounce that. To be honest, guys, I don't know the counties outside of LaPorte Lake, Stark, and St. Joe County. Otherwise, those are the only counties I really know good in Indiana. Otherwise, outside of that, not really. I've been through Putnam County, if that's how you pronounce it. Let me know if I'm like really butchering that. We actually drove through there when we drove right through there on 231 when we were going down to, what was that town? Yeah, Mount Vernon to get that 40. You can't limp home. Yeah, that's true. Any plans on college? I did online Purdue class. 3 classes are available for me to take, and I took 2 of them. They're $2,000 a piece. You buy them as you go. And I've yet to take the 3rd one. And the 3rd one was the whole reason why I wanted to do the Purdue online. And I just haven't had time because the problem is those classes are available. The 12-week courses are only available during harvest and planting and right smack dab in the middle of the summer. So our 3 busiest times of the year. Why don't they do it in the winter? Beats me. I have no idea. So I just haven't had time to do the 3rd one yet. And I get to renew my pilot's license also for the drone, which I think all I have to do from the email, at least from what the email said, I just got to take an online test. So, yeah, that's that. So, yeah, same. You guys know the drill. Most of you guys have been in here for the past 2 streams before. And, yeah, just keep posting questions. I think we're going to run this stream till about 9, if not 10 o'clock tonight. So, keep them rolling. Do I know Luke Minnick? I've heard the name. I believe he's part of the Minnick Dairy or Tom Park? Yeah. Bill, you must be from around here then. Yeah. I don't think I've heard the name Luke Minnick. I've heard that name. I think he's part of the Minnick Dairy Farm, I believe. Oh, so you went to Purdue with him. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know Tom Parker. I know him. What's your favorite YouTube channel? Minnesota Millennial Farmer. That is a really funny and really good YouTube channel. Oh, that's cool. Fraternity Brothers. Okay. I assume Farmhouse. 16,000 subscribers. I highly doubt we're going to get to 20 by, when's the 1st? The 1st is Friday. So yeah, we have till Friday to get to 20,000 in order for me to do the Christmas giveaway for you guys, which probably isn't going to happen. Kind of sad to say that, but probably not going to happen for you guys. 100 in woods, 1 and 100 in field. Where are you located, Brian? Because I wouldn't mind farming it. Oh, man. Anyone grilling hay grasser, unless you just mean hay grass, up there? Yeah, I have a buddy of mine. He's not growing hay grass, but he's growing alfalfa. Well, actually, I don't know. He might be possibly growing some hay grass. But yeah, he's really big in alfalfa, and actually he'll be baling all of what we've got for alfalfa. Keith, you should haul that 690 up here. Let me borrow it for a week because you'll be wrapping up corn by the time I'm halfway through, most likely. Yeah. No. Giveaway tractor, you'll get there then. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'd get there pretty quick then. Grazer. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I honestly don't know if he's doing that or not. I don't know. I don't know what all he grows or raises for baling. I assume he baled that. I don't know. I don't like literally I have no idea on that stuff. My God, my phone's getting blown up. Any CRP up there? We actually have just on the river, on that river farm, we have how many acres of CRP? Because we actually include our filter strips, those grass strips along the edges of our fields as CRP, you know, like along the ditches and stuff, those filter strips. So those of you that don't farm kind of understand what I'm talking about. We mow those. We can only mow those at a certain period of time in the year, and it's only after August. So some of you guys that are driving along that don't farm and don't understand why we don't mow, it's because we are not allowed to mow those because they are in CRP or set aside. And essentially what we're doing is setting that aside and laying it idle, and we actually get paid for that. It's not much, but it's enough that it's worth leaving. But yeah, so we've got, I think, about 20, just alone at the river, I think we've got about 20 acres of CRP just over there. And actually, I think 10 of it is just because it's so wet, it's literally just marsh that, and it's all around the pump ditch. So, you know, that's part of the reason why we don't even farm it. I mean, we had one time we used to farm it, and then it's just like, you know, it's not even worth it. And that's when the CRP program got really big in the 80s. And that's when Dad and Grandpa put that in there. And I think like there's about 5 to 10 acres worth of waterways, filter strips that we have over there. So there's about 20 acres of just CRP over there. But total CRP that we have, I don't even know. I'd have to look at our FSA maps. New Zealand is at the opposite end of the season to you guys. Corn or maize is what we call it here. It's just being planted. I saw some yesterday about 2 inches out. That is crazy. I mean, it's bizarre hearing stuff like that. I know Brazil's already wrapped up with harvest. They're long done, but it's just amazing. You know, the people from around the world that, you know, like Darren here commenting from over in New Zealand. And I'm located here in Northwest Indiana. And it's just unbelievable hearing stuff like that. Are deer bad in your area? Deer in my area are bad. In my area, if you contact DNR, they will come to your field, look at the damage, and will give you some deposition permits. Yeah, I've heard of that, and my friend actually didn't know if I could do that for him. But like I told you understand the same thing. Like what I'm going to say here, it's all depending on what percentage of crop damage you have in order for you to get those permits granted to you. So yeah, we don't do that, but we have a couple of neighbors and my best friend hunt a few of our farms, and they just hunt to fill their freezer. And I don't. We've got a few guys that actually will hunt quite a bit of turkeys, but they only hunt to fill their. I don't even know. I don't hunt, so I don't really know. I guess what they call it, their quota or something. I don't know. I don't hunt, so I don't know. But we kind of wish they would do open season up here on turkeys in our area. I live in Ohio near Middletown. I have a farmer growing hay for one more year, but he said it was not worth the effort to sign a new contract after 2019. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And if you're located in LaPorte County, I'd be interested in farming it, but just too far away. Texas pays you here to put in CRP so the world don't blow away. Yeah, well, you guys' area was part of the Dust Bowl back in what would have been the 30s. That was 30s. So deer meat for days. Yes and no. If Kyle's on this stream right now, my best friend, he should comment on here. And I want some deer sticks, Kyle. Cheese in the deer sticks. Cheesy deer sticks. Those are really good. Okay, what is Kyle even texting me right now? Because I know he was in the stream. I know he wasn't commenting though, but he's texting me right now. Okay, we have the problems with hogs. That's why we quit growing nuts. We actually have hogs in southern Indiana right now. Some guy from Kentucky brought them across the Ohio River and introduced them in Indiana. And I heard up in Michigan, supposedly they have wild hogs. I've heard, and that's why they're like coming down in northeast Indiana and working their way across over to here. So I imagine someday we'll end up having them. Someday. It's kind of inevitable. It's kind of like running deaf on equipment. Yes, and we pretty much still have the Dust Bowl. Mines were over 60% damaged. Wow, I was surprised I made beans there. I killed like 20 deer there. Wow, that is insane. That's crazy. S.E. Young, that's crazy. Peanuts. Oh, peanuts. Screwing with me there, C2. Hey, Kyle's on here. Good deal. Hey, did you see any deer over at the river today? Because I saw that you were over there today. Y'all should try 20-inch rows there because I think that would work good with your ground. Are you saying like 20-inch row beans and corn? Because I talked with some of you guys probably follow Gleeden Farms on Instagram. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's based out of, I believe, Mississippi, if I remember right, Mississippi Delta. And that's actually where the tires came from off of the front of our combine, not from him, but from down in Mississippi Delta, because the combine at Mallory's that John took the combine tires off of, or the combine tires off of. Getting tired, guys. That combine came out of the Mississippi Delta, and it was a 9770. I live in southern Indiana, and we don't have wild hogs. It's just in one spot that I heard that he introduced them, and I heard that they're bad in a spot in southern Indiana. I'm not saying they're like all over southern Indiana. I just heard that there was a spot out there in southern Indiana that there's wild hogs. So Oh, so you're not too far. You're over in Dayton, Ohio, but still, that's a jaunt. That's more than a jaunt for me to bring equipment out to farm that. 20-inch corn and beans. Actually, a few neighbors went together on a 20-inch row corn planter in the area, and they quit. Well, I can't say that. There is still 20-inch corn. They are. The one neighbor is still planting 20-inch row corn, and yeah. So 20-inch row beans. 20-inch row beans, I feel, are too wide for us because just because of our weed pressure in our area. So 15-inch row beans are the widest I would go for beans. I would still prefer drilled beans, 10-inch drilled, but I don't know. I'm up for going to a 15-inch row planter though, like a 1632 John Deere 1775. I feel that'd be pretty cool. Nothing out there, really. I'm surprised you didn't shoot any rabbits or something out there. I know there's a ton of rabbits out there. What you should check for, though, along those is any beavers out there. I don't know. I don't think there is any, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go out there and scout for them. We have an F2 combine. I don't know too much about gleaners, but I know enough to stay away from them. I've probably seen, well, I actually have seen a boatload of deer. Trying to keep it clean on the stream, guys. Boatload of deer. And it's just in like random spots along the roads, out in the fields, but otherwise I haven't hardly seen any while harvesting this year, like what we normally do. Especially over at the river. At the river, we normally see at least like a half a dozen. How bad is the deer pressure in your area? What do y'all to keep them off? Well, I have Kyle. Had to work in the shop. I keep my eye out for beaver. Yeah, good deal. I know. You guys do an awesome job over at the river. Use my secret weapon, guys. Shout out for STS trucking services or Kyle, you got to tell me what it's actually called. Is it called Sample Transportation Services or Sample Trucking Services? I don't even know which one it is. You need to get sweatshirts made too. Wabash, Indiana. That's cool. Thanks, Dan. Hey, Penland. So, Kyle, I guess you want to step in and tell me or answer that question on deer pressure then? Because I know it's pretty bad, I would say, but I guess from a hunter's, we'll get a hunter's opinion on here because I know he's got a better idea than what I do as a farmer, but we'll let Kyle answer that. Okay, if I can find my mouse. My mouse is like gone. It's lost between all three of these monitors. Right? You guys wet up your way? We had an inch last night here in Central Ohio. We got an inch and about an inch and 4/10, inch and a half, and we're dry. Well, I mean, not dry, but I mean, we're moist. Moist is what the Minnesotians call it. Moist. Sample grand. What's that supposed to mean, Kyle? Yeah, what are you typing there? Oh, man. Moist. Yeah. Yep. Like Betty Crocker moist. Oh, man. Oh, God, no. I'm getting moist comments. Oh, moist. Yeah, so we'll run the stream for another 2 hours. Just keep on posting questions. Get the stream up to 100 likes, guys. Oh, geez. 2.2 in St. Joe County. Really? That's crazy. That's what she said. Oh, man, here they come. So I guess if you guys don't have any questions, what do you guys want me to talk about then? Because I guess I'm going to keep up these live streams, so I guess you guys got to have questions for me or topics for me to talk about. He's like, okay, that's getting a little close there, Penland. You like Zomatic or Valley pivots? Zomatic. We run all Zomatic. Even the one field that we've run over in Stark County has a Zomatic. Yeah. Hey, go follow STS_LLC on Instagram. Kyle just posted it. Go follow that. But I prefer Zomatic over the Valleys. I believe Zomatics are a little bit more expensive than the Valleys. In my opinion, though, they're worth it. I just like everything about Zomatics and compared to the Valleys. Are you the only one sibling that works on the farm with your dad? Yes. Amanda, well, I can't really say Amanda doesn't work on the farm, but as far as like operating equipment and stuff, she doesn't. She has moved a couple of pieces of equipment around, though, but she hasn't like run the combine or run the. She has yet to even be in that 85. No, she's been in the 8530, but she hasn't like drove the 8530 or anything. Will you ever put the 8530 on the planner? The 1770. No. At this time, no, because Dad's so used to running that 4650, and then it would take a boatload of work. I wouldn't say a boatload of work, but just be more of an annoyance of work to move everything as far as monitors go and everything, rate controllers, etc., off the 4650, move it onto the 8530, and have Dad get used to running it. Because again, Dad plants the corn. I drill the beans now at this point. And it's not that I don't run the planter, but because I've run it a few, like probably for about 60, 70 acres really this year. But I would just rather have him plant the corn because he side dressed most everything. So that way he gets it how he wants it, I guess you could say. I'll drill the beans. I like drilling the beans. It's fun. But yeah, someday I imagine we'll have the 8530 on a corn planter. Not to say that will be the 1770. Who knows? It might be a 24 row. But I think I would want a larger 8R series on the 24 row instead of the 8530. Because I'd rather have the 8530 on like a 1775, 1632, 15-inch row planter, 40-foot 1990 CCS or 40-foot N500C. That would be awesome. I really like those N500Cs, but they're insanely expensive though. Like 160,000, 180. How many crops are left at Werner Farms? I would say about 700 acres of corn, and then 45 acres of those beans over in Stark County. What is your favorite pizza or food? I like sausage. Sausage pizza is really good. Favorite food? Probably. Yeah, I'd say pizza. We'll just leave it at that. Nice tour shed video on old school. Oh, yeah. We can do that. Once, probably sometime late this winter. We'll do that. Equipment tours. Future planner. I've talked about this before about building one. I'm not opposed to doing that anymore. I'd still do it. Build one. But 24 row planner, John Deere, precision meters or not precision meters. It had V drive at that point. I don't want to screw around with the finger pickup meters on 24 row. I run V drive with Delta Force, and we may go to a newer, the new Gen 3 2020 next year. I might buy that this winter. I don't know. I think it's what, $3,500. Anybody that runs it, speak up, because I want to know how much it is. In my opinion, deer numbers are growing out of control. Yeah, I second that, Kyle. I just want to get a hunter's opinion in here. Are you going to get a 24 row someday? Yep, that's the plan. Do you raise any animals for your own consumption? Freezer anyway. Nope. We get about half a cow, a quarter of a cow, or steer from the neighbors. What chemicals do you spray mostly? Herbicides. We do all Corteva, mostly Corteva products. You are a meatball. Okay. There's going to be an auction by Fish Lake in December. Really? What's the auction? Yeah, 12,000 acre, 120,000 acres. I completely misread that. 120,000 acres. That's insane. Well, I know it's a totally different ball game up in Canada. Canada's equipment is huge. Don't go with a NT. Go with a DVC. Tell me, what is the difference between a 1775, I believe what it is, 1770 or 1775 NT versus a DB60? Tell me the differences on that, because I really don't want to take the time to look them up, but I'd rather have you guys just tell me on here. When are you going to use? We use them all the time. I mean, I just don't always have them in the videos, but yeah, we use them a fair amount of time, just moving like header trailers around or wagons around, because we do have that Parker wagon that we use for our screenings bin. Ham sandwiches or PB&J? To be honest, guys, I do not like peanut butter and jelly. I like peanut butter cookies. I like Reese peanut butter cups. I do not like peanut butter by itself. I do not like jelly at all. And I do not like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yep. Oh, my cousin said that to me. That's funny. NT stands for narrow transport. Oh, I thought, okay, that's totally different, because I thought it meant no-till. I mean, to be honest, guys, I had no idea on that. I just always assumed that meant no-till. Narrow transport. That's interesting. Makes sense, though. Farmer getting out. What's the auction called, though, Bob? Because I'll look it up then and see what kind of equipment's going to be there, because we might be interested in something there, depending on what's there. It's only 4 rows wide. We have a 1770 NT 24. Really? It's only 4 rows wide? Really? I'm shocked on that. I'm going to look one up now. Holy cow, yeah, that is narrow. I can't believe that. 1, 2, yeah, holy cow, that is narrow. Wow. Yeah, so why would I go with a DB60 instead of a 1770 NT? 1770 good enough. DB60 weighs too much unless you're going 20 and truck. That's my opinion, because I heard DB60s are like a boat anchor. How are the yields your way? Good. Irrigated ground is doing the best we've ever seen, and that is because of our fertility program that we run. And the dry land is going to be average or subpar, in my opinion. I mean, we haven't picked any dry land, and we only cut. We don't have any irrigated beans, really, and we didn't have any this year. And bean yields were all over the board. Soil type stood out tremendously. The Bauer frame on the DB is built better. You can put tracks on it. In the 1775, they like to plug and don't weigh enough to keep the row units more consistent. Okay, that makes sense. So let me ask you this, guys that run 24 rows, because I've always had this in the back of my mind when we go to a 24 row. How much horsepower does a 24 row take? 1775 NT versus a DB60. What's a DB60 take horsepower wise, and what's a 1775 24 row take for horsepower? Don't mind me dealing with a broken axle. That is not good. That is not good at all. We have very narrow roads around here, so we can't have anything more than 4 rows because you can get off the roads because it's just top heavy. Our roads typically are 20 feet wide, typically. Some roads are actually closer to 25, close to 25 in some roads. But typically they're 20. Sometimes we get down to 18, which that kind of makes it a pain, especially with the combine, but we deal with it. Big Tractor Power channel had a farmer harvesting 20-inch row corn in Kentucky. Is that a new idea on farming? Yes, 20-inch row corn. See, corn at one time, actually, as long as I can remember, at one time there was corn that I know of, at least in the area at one time, in 40 inches. And we used to grow 36-inch row corn. Not in my time, but I don't think we grew 40-inch corn. Possibly Grandpa did. But I knew we used to grow 36-inch corn, then went to 30. 20-inch row corn, the idea is that you can bump the population up some and increase your yield. But my opinion is on that, if you bump the population up, is the yield bump enough to offset and gain anything on your increased seed cost? Because if you increase your population, you're going to have a higher seed cost. So in my opinion, is intro corn worth the increased seed cost, and is it enough to offset and give you enough profit to make it worth going to 20-inch row corn? Because my opinion is, if you're running 30-inch row corn, if you go to 20-inch row corn and you side dress your nitrogen or fertilizer, you will have to change your setup in regards to how you side dress your in-season fertilizer if you side dress. Otherwise, if you pre-plant, I guess it doesn't matter. Or if you spray, if you change, you're going to be changing that program somewhat too. So, this is the biggest reason. But with the DB60, we don't need wing downforce, and even though they are heavier, the tractor still gets stuck first. Now, is that just because you guys farm heavy ground? Then is that why you guys are getting stuck all the time? Because I highly doubt we'll ever have an issue with that in our sand, unless we're out there on a day that we shouldn't be. 24 row, 300 horse on flat land. So 8530 could pull that then. 8245R will pull 24 row 1770. Okay, that's good to know then. Okay. We pulled our 24 row 1770 with an 8310R. Okay, so the 8530 can easily handle a 24 row then. Because in my opinion, it has at least, spec-wise, it says it has 330 engine. But I feel that's underrated. And I've talked to guys that run the 20 series, and they said the 20 series seemed a little bit overrated on power, but I feel the 30 series, at least just by running the 8530, and it's saying it's spec at 330 engine, that I feel it has a little bit more than the 330 that's spec'd at. DB60 absolute minimum horsepower we'd run is an 8295R. I thought 8245R seemed a little low because 245 horse, that, I don't know. I'd have to see it. How much issue is compaction on your light ground? I mean, It's there, but I mean, we try. I mean, with the cover crops, we've really reduced that, and plus, we are talking about going to a controlled traffic setup. I would like to go to a controlled traffic setup. That'd be really nice. But yeah, compaction, it's there, but we're not going to go out there and rip the ground because that just makes it worse. And their website says minimum 270 for a DB60. Why don't I just look it up? I'll just look up the horsepower spec, and it's on Deere's website. So Deere.com. Let's go. We farm in central Minnesota and have heavier ground than Zach. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. I'm not saying that ground can be no-tilled. I'm not saying that all ground can be no-tilled. I'm just saying that there is a possibility. I haven't been up in that area, so I can't say yes or no, confirming yes or no for sure. But I feel it could be no-tilled just by the looks of the ground up in Minnesota. It could be no-tilled, I feel, possibly. I mean, again, I'm not there in person, so I don't know. But I feel it could be with effort put into it, but I don't know. I'd have to definitely see the ground firsthand. Okay, so DB60, 24 row, 13 feet, 3 inches transport width. Central Commodity System, CCS, 100 bushel, 125 bushel with Refuge Plus option. 100 bushel. Wow. Plenty a lot of corn with that in a day. Requires a minimum, and this is what Deere's website says, requires a minimum 230 foot tractor. The 4650 could pull that. Not saying that the 4650 would be on that, but the 40 we probably wouldn't even have we probably won't have the 4650 when we get a 24 row. Which I'm serious, guys, on this. We'd be going to a 24 row here within no later than 10 years. I can tell you that for a fact. No later than 10 years. Probably no later than 8 years, honestly. How do you get a 16-row planter to line up with a 12-row head? Really good planning. No, we run RTK guidance on every auto steer kit that we've got 2 auto steer kits. And the one that's in the 4650, we move between the combine and the 4650. The one that I personally bought for the 8530, and it was about $30,000 when it was all said and done that I paid for. Because I also put RTK on that because I figured why not run RTK on everything that we get, because I'd rather just run RTK on everything and be assured on that. So, Kyle wants to know if he should be in the stream. Do you want like a co-host? Do you want, besides me in the live stream, do you want to see Kyle in here? Because I'm talking Kyle into getting a YouTube channel. So you guys know by watching like Minnesota Millennial Farmer how he has Master Pipe Layer Randy on his channel. How do you like to see Kyle Sample make an appearance in the live streams and also make an appearance in my vlogs? And he will eventually end up having a YouTube channel for their trucking business, and he'll also have some hunting on there. So you'll end up seeing some behind the scenes of the river farm that I necessarily don't show. So yeah. Tell them to hit that like button. Okay, so back to all the questions then, because I kind of got off there. Okay, we pull. Okay, how much issue? How is the Pioneer sales going? That's the thing, guys. We can tell how farming is going in our area based on seed sales. But it's kind of hard to say that because, it could just be because they're switching from Pioneer to a different brand because they think this other brand's better. But in my opinion, Pioneer's the best. But, that's not the salesman in me. That is the farmer in me talking. So you guys can take that for what it's worth, those of you that are going to disagree with me. But, yeah. But yeah, sales are going good. Sales are actually up for us a little bit this year, so that's good that we're growing the seed business more. We actually used to sell close to well, I wouldn't say close to double, probably about 50% more seed than what we normally do, and that's just because of people retiring in our area that we used to sell, and those sales getting scooped up by a neighbor or another farm that actually plants Pioneer and raises Pioneer seed, but is sold or buys from a different dealer. And that is only just because we can't just go after other people's customers. That's not, not right. But if they approach us, say like from, you got dealer A and we're dealer B. If somebody's buying from dealer A, and watches my videos and says, hey, I want to buy from dealer B and is in our territory, close by to us. And yeah, they can transfer and go to a different dealer if they want to, but we can't just go after them. We can't do that. So we respect our other dealers and we don't do that. And yeah, so I saw a video you had last winter selling a strip till bar. Did you ban fertilizer with it? So the theory that Dad had behind the strip till, because we get the No Till Farmer magazine, and we always thought, or at least Dad did, that before we worked with Roger and Brett and Eric and all of them over in Illinois, we thought, or at least Dad did again, that strip tilling would be an option for us on our corn ground. And we banded, we did try pre-plant anhydrous with it, and we saw no benefit to it except that it took more time to do in the spring. It was just another thing to do in the spring, besides spring burn down or pre-plant burn down, and on top of that plant. So Dad actually at one point thought, if I can ban the anhydrous and pre-plant it, why not, instead of banning the anhydrous and pre-planting the anhydrous, and just go back to side dressing, but ban the starter on the planter and completely then take the starter system off the planter, which we didn't. We just didn't use the tanks. We just didn't fill the tanks with starter on the planter. And ban the starter, pre-plant, and just plant over those bands with the planter, and that'd be one less thing to worry about. We didn't see a benefit to that, and plus, the problem with that is that starter, at least our starter blend, is, it's a liquid that you're injecting into the soil, and you're hoping that it's there when you plant. But the problem is with that, you have the potential of losing that due to water movement. So that's the one thing that we realized then, and we went away from that. And plus, we just didn't like it after a few years of running it. So the 1 year, instead of putting down anhydrous, because after that we realized there was no benefit for us in the sand of it was actually almost a negative effect of having that pre-plant out there, because our sands, we tend to have a low CEC or cation exchange capacity, so we can move nutrients pretty quickly through our soil. So yeah, the 1 year, I believe it was the year after we tried the starter idea, Dad just went through and strip tilled and essentially just did almost like what they call strip fresheners at this point right now, or basically just berms to warm the soil enough that we would just go in and plant. So we wouldn't be banding any nutrients down that year. We would just have these strips out there for the planter to plant on that were warmer than the ground right next to it. But we didn't really see huge benefit to that either. So I guess it's just because we're not far enough north, or we don't have heavy enough ground, because all of our ground is very light, light sand. So, but yeah, so that took about 3 years to sell because that is a very niche market. So I'm so glad that I finally got that sold. There was about, I would say total, there's probably about 200 people interested in it, but only half of them wouldn't call, or would call, and finally got that thing sold. Honestly, it went to a guy. Actually, we bought it over in Illinois from a guy who actually is a dealer for Strip Cat, and built this bar. It had a Hawkins toolbar. It was a 40-foot Hawkins toolbar on an Elk Creek Caddy, so that's why we ran the 9400T and hashtag Werner Farms. Oh, jeez, Kyle. So yeah, that was a heavy rig, and we pulled it once with the 4650. Once. That was it. There was a reason why. So, yeah. But yeah, so I'm glad that we finally got that sold. I totally agree on that, Riley. Everything can be no-tilled. It's just how much determination you have. Yeah. Would you ever consider doing a rewind video like how farms work? I know you've done those types of videos in the past. Like year videos. Yeah, like 2018, 2019. Possibly. I just haven't had a lot of drone footage this year. I don't know why, but I just didn't really take the time to fly the drone that much this year like I normally do. I think it's because I refocused myself away from the drone a little bit. And plus, it's frustrating having a drone business and not everybody wanting you, but not calling on you to come out and fly their fields or even film for them. You know, like farm operations around the area. You know, I'd love to film for them, and I know some of them really want me to film for them, but it's just a matter of, hey, just give me a call anytime. Just give me a call, and I'll be out there. The one day, I filmed 3.5 hours in the same spot because of how large this operation is. They farm about 3,500 acres, and they had 4 different tractors going. 2 4-wheel drive. Well, actually, 1 4-wheel drive and a soil finisher, a quad track and a soil finisher in another field, a case, I don't know what size case tractor, like a 280 or something, on a Kenzie 1632 split row center fill planter, and another case, I believe it's a 210 that they have, and or had at the time, I believe. And they had a 16-row planter out there also. So 4 tractors in doing 4 different operations in 4 different fields. So I literally sat in the road and just shot up and shot down in all different one of these fields, just shooting up the drone. It was 3.5 hours of filming, and the video turned out really awesome. Okay. Everything can be no-till. Yeah. My heavy clay hillside is best no-till. Yeah. The clay over that we have over in the river farm right next, there's about 30 acres there. Well, no, more than that, probably close to 40 over there at that river farm. That's like iron ore, blue clay even. And that is, at one time, that used to be really wet ground, and Dad and Grandpa used to plow that. Like literally, that farm used to be completely, all 300 acres plowed every year. And now we have 0 issues over there. And plus, we've done a lot with like surface drains over there. And we have a 16-inch pump over there, right next to the river, to pump out of that pump ditch. And if we get a heavy rain over there and there's water like flooding out in that field, because it's not uncommon if we get like a 5-inch rain in the spring, like when we're thawing, that well, flooding over there. And so at some point, you know, like back in what, 2018, when we had that flooding in February, those aerial pictures I took at the river farm, we actually have a back end 24 inch back end pump. So we can move 40 inches of water at one time if we need to over there. So is anyone in your area doing organic crops? There's a guy just north of 30 here doing organic crops. And supposedly there's a guy literally kind of southwest of us that's supposedly doing organic crops, but from my understanding, he was using, and from what I saw even firsthand, he was using generic commercial fertilizers, liquid fertilizers. And from what my understanding is that you have to do to be certified organic farming, you have to have, from my understanding, do organic crop raising for 3 years with organic fertilizers and herbicide and stuff like that for 3 years, and then they'll certify you. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't personally want to do it, but I guess it makes them feel good with a premium. But I know there's a huge yield drag that they get on that, or yield hit that they take. But I guess the premium, I guess you could say, offsets it. I guess what I say to that is whatever makes you feel good. How many acres can you harvest in an average day? Oh, man, we haven't had a... Honestly, guys, we haven't had a smooth day of running hard with the 690. Well, I can't say that. I mean, well, we kind of did, but the problem was with that was there was down corn over there in Wanata, and we couldn't quite like get up to speed there with the combine. We were only running about 3.5 out there in that down corn. I wouldn't say it was flat, but it was about 30% down out there, so we couldn't get up to going very fast. But I mean, bushel per hour, we can run. It's not uncommon for 5,000 bushel an hour with this combine and corn. His name is Don Van Derendock. I'll look it up. Don Van Derendock, or Doc, I think. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that name so bad. So it's from Walkerton. Oh, wow. Holy cow. It's got a sprayer there, guys. 4730. Actually, those tires look really nice. There's Firestones on all of them. I think that's a 100-foot boom. It's got a camper. He's got a similar fertilizer trailer setup how we used to run. And then for a seed tender, 1632 split rail planter, I believe. 1775. 17, if it would load. 1770 John Deere corn planter. And what appears to be an 8330. Wow. Not a bad auction. It's a pretty nice auction. He's got a 4450 there. He's got a 10-foot John Deere drill. Pretty nice auction. I don't really see... I see like maybe one thing I'd be interested in. Maybe two. But not right now. Yeah, Kyle, get a YouTube channel. Everybody's telling you to do it now. Hunting videos from Kyle would be awesome. I don't hunt, but I would be editing his videos for him for free. Is Gold Rush on? I don't know. Let's find out. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. Oh god, the stream was like freezing because of my TV turning on. We'll find out. But I think Gold Rush is only on Friday nights, Kyle. I think it's Alaskan Bush People tonight. River of No Return. Street Outlaws is on tonight. We'll watch that later. Keith Werner should be on Corn Warriors, LOL. Contact the guy, Ontario, and get me on Corn Warriors for season 4. Make a new TV show and call it Harvest Rush. That's cool. Okay, I'm just scrolling back up through the chat here to make sure I don't miss anything. Because I know I had a few people on here like freak out on me that I didn't say hi to them. I'm not going to say hi to every comment on, or say hi back to everyone that says hi to me on here, because that'd be a ton of people to say hi to. What about the cow? What about it? I know it's down. It likes to go down. And don't give me crap on Pioneer, because we picked 200 acres at least of the cow corn that was flat. So I don't want to hear it. We used to use Pioneer seed and silage inoculants products here in NZ, New Zealand. The cow was a Johnny Popper and AB 730. I don't know. I don't know on that. Our second highest corn last year was Pioneer, which was odd because normally here, there first, and David Hula, 542 bushel corn was Pioneer, but the cow has their has issue in there. Oh, yeah. My grandpa was a Pioneer man, always wore the Pioneer hat, and don't tell him anything else was better. You would get your ass chewed. Good deal. I agree. Kyle's texting me. Huh. Okay. Well. We're just going to do that. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading comments on here. Hi, I'm sorry I'm late again. I just came in from church. Yeah, we bought 2 new combines. Yeah. Look up Corn Warriors on YouTube. Oh, you're talking to him. Yeah, here in the Southwest, I have mixed yellow, red, and blue clay. We only have the blue clay over at the river. I mean, we do farm some sand with clay, and that is some pretty tough ground to farm on. In regards to when we go through a dry spell, that ground will get really like hard as a brick. But yeah, we make do with it, and with the no-tilling, with the cover crops. The cover crops have helped tremendously in a lot of this ground and get it more mellowed out. Had to text Kyle. Oh, Organic Dairyman, check him out on YouTube. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Add that to my list of channels to check out. I like my kidney beans and sugar beets. Yep. I have a 5075 John Deere. Do you think I could pull a 16-row planter? Ooh, I don't know. On that, I don't know. I highly doubt it, but I found an auger extension for the John Deere combines. Yeah, a few guys messaged me on that. Really, I know that Lankota and Shoot make them. I just want to know how many of you guys have done it on a 26-foot auger, because I really don't see why it would be such a big deal if all the newer combines are 28-foot augers, unless they, I don't know. And we got Brian's farming videos in here. Brian Brown is stopping by to say hey. That's cool. I hope harvest is going good for you guys too. I haven't had time to check out the new combine demo video yet. The last video I think I watched of you was back when you guys had that case combine for demo. Yeah, I got to get Kyle stepped up in here as a moderator, because I made him a moderator, but we were just texting about that stuff. Yeah, my phone keeps getting blown up. I do think. Serge has a joke. Okay, well, Serge likes to tell jokes all the time, so let's hear his jokes. I don't mind having people post jokes in here. I could care less. I mean, like I said, I mean, unless you guys are going to post like offensive stuff on here, then you're going to get blocked or hidden or whatever I do. But you know, no way in the world would a 5075 pull that. I know. I just didn't want to be too harsh on you. So we're at an hour and 45 minutes. We are over 100 likes. That is pretty awesome, guys. And we are like halfway there with the stream. Or no, just over half on the stream. We're going to run this till about 10 o'clock. What is your Johnny Popper, the two banger? We have a styled G, unstyled A, unstyled G, 530, 630, 730. 530 that we have is a single front wheel. And I'm missing something. That's pretty much it. The unstyled G is actually a pulling tractor. Used to be a pulling tractor. It's kind of a decommissioned sitting in the barn tractor right now, but probably will never be a pulling tractor ever again, though. Why are there people in the world who eat twice as much meat? I don't know. My first tractor purchase is going to be a 2019 5115R, and it's almost as nice as the 8R. Yeah. Yeah, Brian must be live chat bombing. So when a vegan thinks he's doing something, he is doing nothing at all. That's funny. So we've got about an hour and 15 minutes left in the stream. Like I said, just keep posting comments on here and questions, and we'll run it just like what we've done on the past two streams on here. Or if you got like topics you guys want me to talk about, feel free to post them on here. How wet is the ground here? Drove around in the most standing water I've seen. Way too much crop still out there. Daniel, if you are still in the chat, where did you drive around and see that much water at? I'm assuming probably out west, out in Nebraska area. We are pretty dry here. We're not like wet, but we're fairly dry. George is a star Brown Farms videos. Yeah, that's definitely true on that. Okay, we're gonna look up a 5R. I kind of wish I could like have my screen so that you guys can see it, but maybe when I get into these live streams better, I'll work on doing that so that way you guys can actually see my screen, and I'll have like a little small version of myself up in the right-hand corner. Okay, yeah, that is true. Holy cow. That 5R is literally a mini version of a 8R. That's hilarious. So, Riley, how much is a 115R? Can you walk around the office and tour the office? Turned out really nice. I wish I could, but my webcam or Logi 1080p, whatever you want to call it, cam that I'm staring at right now is connected to my computer, and I will have an office tour video sometime before Christmas this year. If a cowboy is happy, does that make him a Jolly Rancher? Oh, man. Surge with the jokes. Surge kills it on here with the jokes. Drying corn tonight? Nope. We are officially done with drying corn temporarily because we finished over at the river and we are pretty much full. Not quite full, but pretty much full here at the farm. We got to haul out about 30,000 to make room for more, and then haul out again to make room for the last bit. What is the best John Deere compact tractor? I might be in the market in a few years for one. That's a tough one because what are you considering compact? Are you considering like a small utility tractor for what kind of operations are you wanting to do with that? What are you wanting to do with one? Do you put the same investment in the corn ground as you do bean ground? No, we put a lot more investment into our corn ground, especially our irrigated corn ground, than what we do our bean ground. We are going to be experimenting with beans for higher yield beans next year, though. We're going to be heavy on beans next year, guys, so that we're definitely going to have to go to a 40 or 45. I mean, our plan was this year to go to a larger head, but it just never panned out. So next year we planned on doing it. Now, when Dad and I sat down and figured out what we're going to do for seed next year, we're going to be heavier on beans. So really heavy on beans. We're going to have as many bean acres as what we do corn, which I'm not going to discuss how many bean acres versus corn acres we've got, but just in general, we farm 1,700 acres. So, and then have that 1,000 acres of custom work. They have the mini 4240 screen, and really, they have the mini 4240 screen. That is very cool, Riley. It'd be really cool if you and Brian did videos together. Yeah, we met up at the National Farm Machinery Show and talked. I like Brian. Brian's a really cool guy. The one my dealer has that you won is $57,000. Really? Have you turned up your 4650? The 4650 is turned up to 230 horsepower. You live in Nebraska, and yes, it is still freaking flooding. That is crazy. Is the irrigation winterized? At this point, no. We do that. That is like one of the last things we do for the year. We just go through them, and our pivots are starting to get old enough now that we have a pivot that's about 12. Well, next year will be 13 years old, and we're starting to have issues with them. Sensors, GPS, and stuff like that. No flat tires. But next year, I feel we should start going through and checking tires and drive lines and stuff like that to make sure everything is tip-top shape, because it's just getting to that point. But that's why I want to go to Field Nut, or have Field Nut. What was the leak on the blue truck the other day? Antifreeze. Actually, Dad looked, and it must have just been a hose clamp. That's all he would tell me, because I was out in the field picking corn there for Marv on that 40 acres of Botskis. So he just told me he tightened up the one hose clamp that it was leaking from a little bit, and all went away. So that's good. But we go through about a case of antifreeze every like 3 months, it seems like. Not because that truck uses it, but because it seems like we always have like an issue with like a radiator line or something on either truck, really. The best compact tractor is a 2019 John Deere 9620R with a loader, LOL. Yeah, at 1/16 scale. Why not? Serge, how many cops does it take to screw in a light bulb? It depends on how many donuts you have. Oh, man. Here we go. More of the jokes. Does Pioneer sell bean seed, too? Yes, they sell corn, soybeans, wheat, sorghum, alfalfa. Not in our area, but I believe I've seen pictures of sunflower seed bags, I believe, from Pioneer, I believe. Okay, we are hiding you. We're not going to tolerate this kind of stuff. Is it just your dad and you that do the farming? Grandpa is still around, thankfully. I'm really happy for that and grateful for that. And he's 78, and he's slowed down since I graduated high school, and now that I'm full-time on the farm. And for the past couple of years, he started slowing down, and he really slowed down this year because he used to drill all the beans, and then I took over that. And yeah, you guys do custom farming only? No, we do. We own about 500-ish acres of our own, and then the rest is rented. And we do. Of that 1,700 acres, one field is custom farmed. That is the only custom farmed field that we own, and that is 90 acres. And then we have 1,000 acres on top of the 1,700 that we farm, that we custom harvest. I can say that from experience. I'm a retired police officer. That's funny. Where did the cows go on their first date? We just got a 640 FD this year. Brand new, 2019 or 2020. Well, it would be a 2019, really. To the movies. That's good. 114 likes. From what I'm seeing, 115 now. From what I'm seeing on these live stream guys, 116. Probably going to be 117 here in a second. Yep. 120. Maybe. 118. Am I asking too much? I don't know. But anyways, from what I'm seeing on these live streams, you guys have definitely started being more and more active on here. And yep, 120 likes. Good deal. You guys really like the live streams. I'm going to keep doing them. I'll probably do one tomorrow night. I'll probably try and do one every night this week, see how that goes. And I'll actually have a video coming out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Not a vlog, drone video. But yeah, so I will continue doing the live streams because you guys are steadily liking these more and more. So that's good. Opinions on subsoil irrigation. Neighbor does it. A few neighbors have jumped on it a little bit more. I don't like it. I feel it's a lot more inefficient than what over-the-top irrigation like our pivots are. We only put on about total 8 inches, guys, with our irrigators, 8 to maybe 10 inches at the most. And that is including fertigation applications. And from what I've heard, they've put on at least 20 inches of water. And the only reason why is because, in theory, you have to keep that soil profile wet in order for the roots to be able to access that water. Otherwise, if you turn it on and then shut it off 2 days later, and then turn it on 2 days later, that water has moved and you don't maintain that soil profile being wet, then you're not going to get the effect that you need from the sub drip. And also, like when you're shoving nutrients down through those drip lines, I feel that can be very corrosive on those lines, because I believe those are what, plexi, or not plexi, they're what are those lines? PEX tubing, I believe, or something similar to PEX tubing. No, they are not PEX tubing. What am I thinking? They are those flat bands, drip lines that they run, because I remember Brad telling me about those inlets that he has. He was having issues with those opening. But anyways, I feel the fertilizer that you would shove down through those drip lines versus what we shove through our pivots would be a heck of a lot more corrosive on those drip lines than what they are on our pivots. So, in my opinion, it's way more efficient to do the over the top versus the sub drip. Yep, see you, Ontario. What did the mom cow say to the baby cow? I guess you guys are still raining out. No, today was kind of just a maintenance day, just kind of going over some stuff and cleaning some stuff up. We probably wouldn't have run corn till late tonight, or late this afternoon to early this evening, but we weren't going to start because one, we're full pretty much here. We got to haul out about $30,000 bushel here, and all the corn that we're going to run for Marviot, the 110 acres that's left, and the 20 acres of beans all goes to Malden. So, how is your new combine? It's not new, but new to us. It's a 2012. I love it. It's treated us well. Oh, have you heard anything about the farm sim map? I didn't know anything about that. I mean, unless somebody's making one that I don't know of for me, I don't know. I haven't confirmed or talked to anybody about one for me. You decided on what header you guys are going to get? Not yet. I've got a good indication of which one we're going to get, though, and I'm not going to discuss that on here, not because I don't want to give anything away. What diesel engines do you guys have in your pickup? 6.0, 6.4, or 6.7? I'm looking at a new F350 diesel. Have you guys had good luck with them? Dad's 350 dually 2001 has close to 300,000 miles on it. It's got like 298 right now, and it's got a blown brake line on it. That's why you've seen it parked in the shed there. I don't even think you guys have seen that in my videos recently, but it's got a blown brake line, so it's just sitting in the shed right now. But it's got 298 on it, and it's got a 7.3 in it. Grandpa's one truck that he had here recently until we went and got him the F-150, the 2014 F-150 5.0 liter, at the same place where we bought my truck a year later. Texas Direct Autos down in Houston, Texas. He had a 2010 F-250, and I believe that had a 6.4 in it, I believe. And the 450 has a 6.7. We've had pretty good luck with the 6.7, knock on wood. We haven't had any issues with it except for the heater pump for the DEF. There was a recall on that, and Ford ended up replacing all of that for free. The only thing we had to do was pay for the service hours on it. Putting my retired butt to bed. God bless you all. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Brian. What do you say to a bodybuilding cow? Got a lot of cow jokes there, Serge. Didn't you put in tomatoes, or was that ground you farmed out? We don't raise tomatoes ourselves. We rent ground out to a local tomato grower. And this year we rented out about 40 acres, just the one field for tomatoes. Show me your calves. That's funny. 125 likes. Let's see if we can get this up to 150 likes. Got less than an hour to go, guys. We're going to end this stream at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm not going to stay up till like 1 in the morning like we did today or last night. I do appreciate all the donations. I know nobody has donated in this stream, but just speaking from the people that I know that are in this stream, I believe that have donated in previous streams. I really appreciate all the donations, guys. I know I get paid, and I know you guys know that I'm monetized on YouTube, so I do get paid on YouTube. So I do appreciate any donations that you guys do give me on here on streams. And yeah, so like I said, all of that is going towards a grain cart at this point. So that's the next purchase, at least, that I'm going to do. So, because the purchase I did this year was that auto steer kit with the new 2630 display and Starfire 6000. After fall here, I know our AMS guy wants me to do it now. He wants me to trade in our 3000, go to a 6000 yet, and go to that. But I know there's like a $750 discount if I do it now, but I just don't want to do it right now. I'd rather do it this winter, so who knows. But that's my plan. I want to update the 3000 this winter. I'm going to look into possibly updating the 2020 monitor to the new Gen 3 precision planning monitor. So we'll see. But you ran out of jokes, so you're going to have to go find some more. Yeah, you're going to have to go find some more because you're the one who always tells jokes in my chat here on the live stream. So, guys, let me know what you guys think of the streams in the comments here. Let me know what you guys think of them. And let me know what I should do on these streams besides how I've been doing them right now and in the previous streams. Like I said, though, I will end up doing in-field live streams eventually here once I figure that out. So, yeah, I just watched that movie last night. Actually, before the live stream. So be sure to follow the community tab and follow me on there because that's when I will post, when I will be posting videos and stuff on there. I try and keep it almost like my Instagram feed. I'll try and keep you guys up to date as often as I can on stuff that's going on around here. So, but anyways, just keep posting questions on here. We've got just under an hour left in this stream. I'm going to run this till 10 o'clock, like I said. So just keep posting comments on here, questions, or topics that you want me to talk about on here. Do you guys haul to Chicago? I have two trucks en route currently from southern Wisconsin. We haul to sometimes to Hammond, up to Sears Star, up to Cargill there, literally right before the Chicago Skyway. Yeah, we haul to the Port of Indiana frequently. We travel 3049 a lot. So if you see our trucks on there, you guys know that's us. Sometimes we haul up to La Paz over there north of Plymouth. Sometimes, well, a lot of times we'll haul up to Union Mills. So everyone around here that's local in this stream knows us and has more than likely seen our trucks before. Russ, how many likes do you think we should get this stream to? I say 150 before it ends, but it's been climbing quite a bit. That's nice. We'll get Kyle in the stream sometime this week. He wants to come over and have me help him set up a YouTube channel with him. So Uh, oh, jeez. Russ, your show's 8. Right now we're at 132 likes. Yeah. Yep. So we're just going to run this till 10 o'clock. Not going to run it late. We're going to run. We'll have streams all this week, though. I know one tomorrow night, and one Tuesday night, and one Wednesday night. So we'll just run them similar to how I've been running in streams, unless I'm out in the field. And if I figure out how to do live streams and stuff like that in the field, I'll do it that way. But play like Farming Simulator 19 on the TV behind you and do like the live, like you're doing while playing the game, or any game that you think you would help with more questions, give people ideas to ask you. Hello from Blackshear, Georgia. Cool. Yeah, that is a possibility. I might do that. Zero. Play some FS and do live stream like that. I just got to figure out how to do the dual screen type deal. I believe I got to use like an OSB. I think it's called No, it's OBS. I believe that's what it's called for live streams. Ask Andy from Farming Fixing Fab about what, Russ? I don't know. Getting blasted on my social medias right now. Yeah, that's the plan, Russ. Talking about lives. Yeah. I imagine I can just do it on my phone. I mean, I don't really see why I couldn't do it on my phone. But yeah. Oh, with the FS, yeah. I know quite a bit of guys that do that. So I didn't even know Andy was in here earlier. I didn't even see him in here. Like I said, I probably read right over his comment or something because I was scrolling through all the comments on here that I get. I try and not miss any of your guys' comments. I try and read them all, or most of them, or answer all your questions on here. I have Verizon, and it's pretty good in most places around here, so we can do that. So 137 likes. Good deal. I do not have a CDL. Actually, I talked about this in the previous stream. If you weren't in the last stream from last night, I do not have a CDL. Have you worked on detasseling as a summer job? Nope. Is there a Mama Keith or Mrs. Keith? Yes. I like. What are you asking there, Russ? Are you asking like my mom, or are you like asking? Like, what are you asking, Russ? No, I'm not married. I don't even have a girlfriend right now. Kyle would have some choice words to say to me on here right now, or to me right now if he was on here. No, totally no. That is Ross or Russ. Do you want me to like block you on here for saying that? Have you ever Culver's food, the triple door? Yeah, Culver's is really good. Yeah. Now I'm just checking comments on other YouTube videos right now on my phone on the Creator Studio app because I try and read almost all your guys' comments on here and reply to them. Southern Indiana got 2 inches of rain, hoping to get back in the field tomorrow. That's our plan. We got about an inch and 4, inch and 5/10, and our plan is to hopefully get in the field tomorrow, depending on what Marv has us doing. What happened to Kyle? I don't know. I honestly don't know. He said something about 300, and this is his exact words. Probably going to cut out soon. 300 comes on early, or 300. Oh, I see what he was meaning. Throwing that military time on me. I don't know why. I believe he's got to get up at 3, I believe. Because I believe they leave the shop, their shop, at 4:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning, to head out. But they get back around like 2 o'clock. You'll see in his videos because I'm talking him into getting a YouTube channel and doing vlogs and stuff like that of their day-to-day stuff and all that because it's really I feel that would be really cool for you guys to watch. I'm not going to run it on my channel, obviously. I mean, I'll have snippets of it in my vlogs, kind of like what Zach does with Randy on his videos. But yeah, he'll actually have a channel though, and he'll have like a section on his channel where he does hunting videos and stuff like that. But there's a lot of action and stuff that I feel that you guys are going to really like on his channel that you'll see. We got 1.5 inches last night, harvested on sand ground, 2 inches of snow coming tomorrow night. Jeez, that is crazy. We have 350 acres of corn left out of 1,500, 600 acres of beans out of 2,000. Not bad. I don't know if where you guys are located, Brad, but that doesn't sound too bad depending on where you're at. Hopefully, the weather stays good for you guys. How old were you when you started driving tractors? Couldn't tell you. Honestly, on that one, I could not tell you. I was young, very, very young. Yeah, we should be able to get in the field tomorrow. It's just the fact that I don't know if we're going to move over to Wanata just for the 45 acres because then it's supposed to rain Tuesday and Wednesday. And I don't know. I don't know. It's really all up to Marv. If Marv wants us to move over there, then we'll move over there. But I guess the plan is, at least from my understanding, or at least I feel would make sense. Oh, so you're located in southern Indiana. How's the weather been down in southern Indiana? I haven't really talked to Alex from LR Rush Farms lately on how they're getting along, but because they're over on 41, kind of in that Vincennes, or actually just south of Vincennes. But in my opinion, we should just move over to Max tomorrow and pick that tomorrow. Leave the combine set over there, and Thursday or Friday, pick that back up and move over to the 60, 65 acres of corn that he would have left then. Just west of Anita's over there. So, do you know where the old capital of Indiana is? Actually, no. No, I don't. At one time, I did know, but currently, as of right now, I do not know. I can't remember. 141 likes, guys. 9 likes away from 150. Let's get it up to 150. Organic Dairyman just sent a video of organic beans they grow. I'll have to check his channel out. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, someday I would love to have about 3,500 acres. Someday, and definitely expand the grain bin site and have a definite larger shop someday. 142, 8 likes away from 150, so that's cool. Just scrolling through to make sure I didn't miss any of your guys' comments on here. What was the first farm equipment you got to drive? Good question. I remember driving the 4650 young. I remember driving my 630 when we first got it running when I was really young. But yeah, those are a couple of the two that I remember when I was young, really, really young. And when I mean young, I mean like 8 or even younger than that. Sounds like someone needs to go to bed. Yeah, I'm tired. Any tractor updates in the future? Well, I can't say soon, but within 5 years, yeah. I forgot, do you have a 4020? Yes, we just picked up a 4020 from down in Mount Vernon, Indiana. That's literally southwest of Evansville. About a 5-6 hour drive. And yeah, so we have a 4020 now on the farm. Not Grandpa's 4020. That's still over on 421 or over there by 421, but eventually we'll get that one back. Seven likes away from 150, guys. Oh God, Surge found the joke. Let's hear it. Yeah, it was 2 months ago. No, a month ago. A month ago when we got that tractor. Yeah, we just today put it in the shed, guys. I hate to say that, but we just now got it in the shed. Well, the barn. You guys will see it again in future videos and see it when I do the equipment tour. Why do horses fart when they when they what? When they what, Surge? We just haven't had time to really mess with it too much, and we finally got the wagon. Oh, when they buck. But yeah, we finally got the wagon out of there that was filled with rye, and finally got that out of the way so we can finally get the unstyled A out of the shed and get the 4020 in there also. So, but those will be back in the shop or in the shop again. That way we can get them running. Five likes away, guys. 150 likes on the second stream. That's cool. I don't watch much NASCAR. I mean, every once in a while I do, but Jeff Gordon was a. I was a big. Well, I wouldn't say big fan, but if I watched NASCAR, I was rooting for Jeff Gordon. But uh, I would say probably Dale Earnhardt at this point because they can't achieve full horsepower without gas, and it's Buck, not oh. 4020 was the workhorse back in the day. Second to that, yeah, I agree. 41 people watching this right now and 145 likes. That's pretty cool, guys. Hmm. So I will have sweatshirts available at some point here. I will have t-shirts available also. I will have hats available this winter, and not sure what merchandise. Hats, t-shirts, and shirts. I know I do not have. Like I said, I'll get those in the winter. Get those made. But I will have the website live, hopefully before Black Friday. At least that's my goal, and get those out there for you guys. I'll probably have like a Black Friday sale since I imagine I'm not going to hit 20,000 by November 1st. Do we work with cover crop? Yes. For the longest time, we only did about 20 acres. And then this year, we're actually going to have 1,000 of our 1,700 acres under cover crop. So that is pretty awesome. No, I don't care. You can keep posting jokes. I could care less. I mean, they bring more livelihood into the live chat. You should make stickers and magnets. Okay, I'll note that and say that or save that for the future for when I go to make more merchandise. What do you call a sleeping cow? Hey, Curtis, how's it going? A bulldozer. Jeez. Oh man, that's funny. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. I would like to get to 20,000 by November 1st. That way I can do a Christmas giveaway for you guys. But if we can't hit that, I'll end up probably making another goal. And the giveaway will be a lot smaller, though. I was hoping to be able to be at 20,000 by November 1st. But if we can't, like I said, I'll make the giveaway a heck of a lot smaller than what it was going to be. And probably only do like a 2 or 3 people that will win. And I'll have to figure that out later on. Are your cover crops green fertilizer or do you harvest? 99% of them are green fertilizer, or at least what you call green fertilizer. And we save about 20 to 27 acres. At least that's what we've been doing. I would like to take a 40-acre field, and once we have the capabilities to store that much cover crop seed, I would like to be able to sell cover crop seed then, like take 40 acres and I don't know, make it so that you can run like 65 bushel rye out there and then sell whatever we don't need then to neighbors that are doing cover crop seeding. Harvest is going good. 1 like away. Holy cow, yeah, we're at 150 likes. I didn't even realize that. That is awesome, guys. That is awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. I got 700 acres. How big of a tractor do I need, and how mean? Oh, I don't know. Depends on what you're raising. Buy a 4640. Oh, you're telling him. Yeah. Got to figure out what Cole did. His numbers exploded. I think what he did a lot of clickbaiting, in my opinion. I feel. What platform do you play video games on? I grew up with Xbox. I played on the 360 back when it literally first came out. Played on the Xbox One for a bit there, and that's about it. And then FS on the computer now. I used to play FS on the Xbox when it first came out, also. Um, but now FS is way better on PC. But I don't play it very often at all, though. Keep up the good work. Love the videos here from Central Michigan. That is awesome. Hey, thanks, Devin. What? Oh, if I had time, yeah, Xbox. First look. Hey, I appreciate it, Drew. Yes, I do watch The Squad, and I'm guessing his what co-host or whatever, the Formal Pickle, I think it's called. I watch him a little bit. Good night from North Dakota. Hey, thanks for watching, Daniel. Be sure to subscribe, and while you're at it, also hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get up to 16,100 subscribers tonight. I will have a new video releasing tomorrow um, at 6 a.m. Hey, I appreciate it, Russ. Really appreciate it. I will be streaming again tomorrow night at, I don't know what time, sometime tomorrow evening. Yep, see you later, SC. Well, we have just about a half hour left in the stream. I'm going to run this stream till about 10 o'clock. Yeah, like I said, Russ, it's going to be sometime tomorrow evening. I don't know when. You'll get the post notification or video notification if you got the bell on. As a child, I lived on a farm and ride in a John Deere tractor, but I remember the tractor looked like all I knew had 8 wheels and top of the cab was yellow, but I can't find 8 wheels. Are you talking about oh, I see what you mean. Okay, Shane. Yeah, probably that's what I was thinking. Probably 7520. 154 likes. How about we get to 160 likes before the end of the stream? How do you feel about yields this year? All around, they lower than normal for us. For corn and beans, have been great so far. Yeah. For corn, the uh, the irrigated corn ground has been the best corn we've ever picked ever. For dry land, I can't really speak for our dry land personally, and I can't really speak for the custom harvest ground personally because one, I'm not going to discuss the yields on the custom harvest ground, and we haven't harvested any of our dry land yet. Like, well, the river we did, but the river ran actually just as a little bit better actually than last year almost. Well, 2 years ago because we rotate that ground, so every other year it's going to be on the same spot. So yeah, I would check out the 7,000, like the 7020 series John Deere 4-wheel drives, like a 7520, like what Serge recommended. Hey, good night, Corey. Thanks for stopping by. Klaus DLC and FS. Yeah, I just heard about that. That looks pretty good. Whistling Diesel, or yeah, Whistling Diesel. I think that's what you're saying. Lives in Indiana. That's interesting, but I don't know. Sorry, but I don't know who Whistling is. He a YouTube channel or a YouTube content creator? Serge, does he have like a YouTube channel? Combine going down the road. I just heard that. I thought it was like a wind howling, but that was a combine driving by. YouTube. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Where is he located in Indiana? That's pretty cool, Counter. He wrecks perfectly nice trucks, really. That's cool, Shane. Uh, hey, I really appreciate it, Steven. Yeah, like what Steven said, if you guys share the content with people that like say friends and family, and etc., and make sure that they subscribe and like the videos and watch the videos. That's what's going to grow my channel, word of mouth. I'm not just going to be able to rely on YouTube's algorithms to share my content, or I'm not going to sit there and clickbait you guys all the time because I hardly ever clickbait you guys. I tell it exactly how it is because I try and keep you guys in the loop and keep it as honest as what I can on this channel. Hey, good night, Dan. Thanks for stopping by tonight. 160 likes. Well, we're at 159 right now. Hopefully, we can get to 160. It'd be cool though if we can get to 200. I'd be really impressed if we can get to 200. 161. That's awesome, guys. Oh, do you know? Oh man, about John Deere's, but I really like the 8030 series. Do you know if the 8130 had an IVT option? I believe the 8530 was the only one with the IVT option. No, I can't say for sure on that. Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I know 8530s were only offered in IVTs. I know that for a fact. 10:30 here on the East Coast, past my bedtime. Thanks and have a great evening. Hey, thanks Blue River Farms. Thanks for stopping by. 9:35 right here. We're on Central Time. Do you know what the smell is from the seed planets? I work for Pioneer Seed and Detasseling in the summer. Where are you located, Serge? 8130 was an option. I thought so. I just didn't want to confirm on that because I just didn't want to, tell them false info. But yeah, thanks, Dexter, for stepping in on that. How's the weather in the Midwest? We got an inch and 4/10, inch and 5/10 last night, and cold tonight. It's about 40 some degrees right now. I don't miss detasseling corn or walking beans. Dad actually, when he was in high school or just coming out of high school, he He was on a local detosseling crew and for Pioneer, and he actually led a couple crews for a couple years, and he doesn't miss it either. Yeah, I've seen Zach Johnson's new demos. They're pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure that Thunder Creek trailer is a demo. That's great to hear, Serge. I agree. Pioneer, in my opinion, is the best also. Not speaking from a salesman at that point, but speaking as a farmer. What size tires are on your combine? 1250, 32, or 1250. I can't even think of the tire name off or tire size off the hand. I believe they're what, 1250 45 R32s. They're Firestones. Yeah, 1250 45 R32s. Yep, I'll have thanks for watching, Brad. I'll have a video out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And yeah, I'll have a stream out tomorrow night also. Yeah, I should probably work on getting tomorrow's video ready for you guys. No, no LSWs on the farm unless or until Firestone decides to make them. My uncle left me 500 or 700 acres, sorry, in Ohio. He grew corn and soybeans. I never farmed on a scale that big. Do you have any advice? Do you have any? What kind of equipment do you have access to? My dad was Cargill manager in Des Moines, then Pontiac, Illinois, then in St. Peter, Minnesota, then until he retired. That's really interesting. What did he do as a Cargill manager, Stephen? Yes, I do love the super singles over the duals. Rides really nice in the fields and definitely has a better weight distribution. No government juice in these channels. Yeah, definitely no def. We don't run def on our farm except for the 450. So you guys are going to hear preview real quick. Just hear it. You're not going to be able to see anything because I don't have the capabilities yet to do a dual preview on the live stream. Let's see if we can get this live stream up to 170 likes. But anyways, you guys are going to hear oh, maybe you are, because, yeah, you're not because I got the mic on. But I guess I'll get to watch it while I'm streaming to you guys. I don't know. He oversaw planting seed corn, beans, selling to farmers. I know most time he was spent checking on the farm. That is really cool. That's really cool. We deal with a Cargill marketer directly from Cargill in their marketing department. I don't know where exactly he's based out of. I believe somewhere out west. I don't remember exactly which state he was. I want to say Missouri. I want to say. I don't know. But yeah. Boiler up from Texas. Hey, shout out Ryan. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just running through tomorrow's video. I'm going to get that producing for you guys right now. So yeah, we are approaching the 15-minute mark on the stream. We are going to end this stream at 10 o'clock tonight, my time, Central Time. Most of you guys, I believe, are on Central Time, unless some of you guys are on Eastern or other time, like Pacific or Mountain Time. But yeah, I want to produce this video in Windows Media, 4K. And there we go. You know what? No, I'll cancel this rendering real quick. The window, I bought you a 9620 RX and an S790. Hey, you know what, Serge? I'll tell you what. If you buy me an Elmer's Hallmaster 1300 grain cart on tracks with the electric roll tart, and in all honesty, it's not that much. Just talking 100. Okay, that was weird. $120,000. If you buy me a grain cart, I will let you come to the farm anytime you want. Anytime. And I'll even let you run the 8530 and the S690 for a bit. If you buy me that. And I mean the full legit, full scale model. You know, the real life, the real deal. You buy me that, you can come to the farm anytime you want. How many pivots do you run, Hagen? If I butchered your name, I'm sorry, but how about this, Jones? How many pivots do you run? How many acres do you run, Ryan? That's cool. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to buy subs because I want to earn them legit. That way I can be sure to get that 100,000 subscriber. What do they call it? The 100,000 subscriber play button. So I heard if you buy subs, you kind of get eliminated from doing that. So you guys farm 16 pivots. That's cool. 16 irrigators. So do you guys have all the same brand, or is there like a couple brands out there that you guys run? So John Deere dealer is literally 5 miles from the road, and you're starting completely from scratch with no equipment then, Bill? 450 acres. That's cool. So what do you guys run? Corn and soybeans, I assume, Ryan? Beef cows? Okay, hogs, corn, beans, wheat, hay. That is cool. That is really cool. I have no farming experience. I grew up in a city, and I don't earn much money in my dad's video. Too much money in my dad's. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, Serge. Well, I'll let you, just an FYI then. Yeah. So if anybody wants to buy me any piece of equipment, you guys can come, that person can come to the farm anytime they want, anytime, and they can run some of the equipment. What editing software do you use for your videos? I use PowerDirector 16, but I'm probably going to end up going to Adobe Premiere someday. So no equipment then, Bill. Okay. How much working cap? I mean, do you have a fair amount of working capital that you can do to invest into the farm then? Because I hate to have you. No, it'd have to be farm hand. No, it'd have to be like a grain cart, a skid steer. I'd take a forklift. What else do I want? A hopper trailer would be nice. A different semi would be nice. Now I'm talking full scale. So you have. So you have $200,000 right now. Ooh. $200,000 working capital. I know you can get a loan. How many acres did you say you have, Bill? It was what, 700? Because that's a fair amount. And what, do you plan on doing corn and soybeans? Yeah, corn and soybeans. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know on that because I honestly don't know. I would recommend looking into older equipment for sure. Um, you could scale your farm that way then. And if you decide to continue farming then or expand, you'll be able to step into bigger equipment then. I would possibly talk to your John Deere dealer. I'm not entirely, your John Deere dealer is going to want you to buy fairly new equipment, but I imagine depending on the dealer, who's your dealer actually, Bill? Like, what dealer is actually close to or 5 miles away from you? Zimmatic Valley, we do corn and soybeans and wheat and milo. Okay. So what kind of yields are you seeing, Jones, under for your corn, soybeans, and wheat under the irrigators? I like Dexter's idea. That would be a pretty good idea. Depending on where you're located, Bill, I'd be interested in doing your harvesting possibly. And then you'd be able to get in the videos. I imagine you're now close by. Currently, we are just about 10 minutes out from closing down this stream for another 3-hour stream here. 169 likes. I really appreciate that, guys. That's really cool, Steven. Who acres did your uncles have? Or how many acres did your uncles have? Yeah, in Illinois. What drone do I use? I actually use two drones. I use a DJI Mavic 2 Pro, which I just bought last November, and my second drone, which I've actually had for over 2 years now, is a DJI Phantom 4 Pro. Hey Nick, how's it going? 170 likes. Hey, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Trying to get to 20,000. If we can if we can get to 20,000 subscribers by November 1st, which is Friday, we will, or actually, I will host a Christmas giveaway. And if we can get to 25,000 by Friday, I will host a Black Friday giveaway also, where you guys will have 15 people then total between the two giveaways will have a chance to win prizes. How much has your channel grown since you started? A fair amount. I mean, I started out slow just because I only produced drone videos, and then I slowly got into vlogs, and that's where it really took off. My channel really took off last year when we first got to 690, and it shot up a lot, especially around Christmas time. You have 6 drones. That's pretty cool. What drones do you guys have, Serge? So your wheat runs 40 to 80. Really? Okay. Oh, man. Hey, good night, Shane. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and I'll hopefully see you guys and or see you in a future stream then. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've gotten into the yields a lot more though over the years, and even though I only run the grain cart, it seems like during the fall, but uh, I've run the combine a fair amount now, more and more every year. Big pumpkin, that's funny. That's really cool, Steven. So they must have farmed a fair amount of ground, or probably still do, I believe, right? Wilker, are you talking dry land or irrigated ground? And where are you located? Because that's crazy. Oh, so you don't use a green card on wheat. Okay. How many acres do we have left to harvest? About 700 acres of corn and 110 on corn over on custom harvest work and 20 acres of beans on custom harvest work. How's the audio, guys? I haven't really asked you guys that for the past like 2 streams. How's the audio? Is the audio like good, or let me know on that. So dry in southern. Okay, so you guys are dry land in southern Indiana. Okay. Yeah, when we went down there to get that 40/20, we couldn't believe what the corn looked like down there. Now, granted, the grain setups down there were massive. Our biggest grain setup around in this area on a farm is probably one of the smallest down in that area, down in southern Indiana. Okay, so audio is good. That's good to hear. Grain cart plans. I want to go to an Elmer's Hallmaster 1300 with tracks, electric roll tarp with the Hallmaster Pro Connect package. So if somebody wants to buy me that, like I said earlier, if somebody wants to buy me that, they can come to the farm anytime they want then and run equipment. Can I come to your farm if I buy you a toy tractor? It won't be red and you can still play with them. You're not that old. Your grandpa. Okay, no. I'm sorry, but no, I don't. I have a boatload of 1/64 scale tractors, but that was from like they're like sitting in a tub somewhere, like not like a tub, but you know, like what I mean, like a plastic tub container. And oh, geez. If somebody would come buy, okay, if somebody buys a real piece of equipment like that I can actually operate and use, not like remote control, but like what I'm talking like, uh, you know, like a full scale piece of equipment. You guys, that person can come to the farm anytime they want, anytime if they buy something, not a toy, you know, but you guys know what I mean. His brothers took over farm. My cousin went into a real job. He says, "Oh, best he." Yeah. Our beans this year in Ohio were like average 53, but for the spring we had, I'd say that's good. Hope the corn will be dry, good and dry land, southern Indiana. Yeah, hopefully your corn's good. 53, I would say is pretty good. I think I honestly, I feel 40 to 45 is going to catch most of the beans this year in our area, and I feel 53 is really good, especially for the spring. I heard you guys had out in Ohio. I imagine what are you from Northwest Ohio, Ryan? Because I heard Northwest Ohio really got hammered. How big are your circles and corners? A lot of time we plant the corners to wheat and circle the corn or soybeans. So when I said 40 to 80 on wheat, that's more dry. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Our circles, so we do 40-acre fields and put a pivot on it. So you're talking like a 3-tower pivot then, or on average, we run about 3 or 6-tower pivots. Now, granted, we're not doing full circles with those 6-tower pivots. Those 6-tower pivots are doing like a windshield wiper. They're running like either 65, covering like 65-acre fields or 75-acre fields. So that's kind of how most of our pivots are set up, either 3-tower 40-acre fields or 6-tower 70-ish acre fields. Oh, a lawnmower. You buy me a 1025R John Deere tractor. I'll take, you know what? Take me up on that. You know, buy me a John Deere 1025R, and I'd be okay with that. Beans this year average in the 30s. Really? Wow. I got stuck with cast metal John Deere pedal tractor. Now they get gators. I still collect toys. I'm 6'2" or 3, but when I see something I don't have, and then their reaction when I try and buy, that's funny. I'm buying you a weed whacker then, so I can come to the farm. No, it's got to be a legit piece of equipment like a tractor or a combine. You know, I'm not saying a combine, but you know, a combine would be amazing. A tractor, a skid steer, a grain cart, a planter, a brand new vertical till, a fertilizer spreader. Not one that you push. I mean, one that you literally pull with a tractor. If you guys want to buy me one of those, that'd be awesome to have. One of our own. Yeah, Northwest. So how bad was the spring? I heard it was really bad in Ohio. We're gonna run this over a bit over 3 hours, just because of how active you guys are in the comments all of a sudden. So that's cool. Yeah. So let's hear it, Ryan. How bad was it up there? Because I heard over in your guys' area is pretty bad. Really, 18 towers. Oh, okay. So you spray and spread fertilizer with. Okay, that's cool. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Alan. I appreciate it. Yeah, a sprayer. Somebody should definitely buy us a sprayer. Serge, if you can buy me any piece of legit equipment, like skid steer, forklift, grain cart, planter, a hopper trailer. Well, for the skid steer I'm thinking of, I really love a JCB teleskid, but I wouldn't be too picky if somebody would buy me something, if it wasn't that. But nah, I'll pass on the House Chalmers. Sorry, but I bleed green. Tell you what, guys, we'll run this stream till 10:30, and 10:30 definitely I'm going to cut it off at 10:30, but we'll run it till 10:30. Maybe I don't know on that one, Michael. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy, Ryan. Serge, where are you actually located at? Hey, Philip, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by in the stream. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube. I will have a video out tomorrow at 6 a.m. and I will be streaming tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and possibly Thursday night. And possibly Thursday might be from the field. It really all depends on how much rain we end up getting. Thanks, Alan. I love all of our green equipment also. You just got done watching all of our videos on the building of our office building. Oh, cool. I will have a tour because the office is pretty much done. That's what I'm in right now, Philip. And I will have a tour on the office sometime before Christmas out. Is it like a donation? What's a super chat? Yeah, Bacon or Bacon. 4560. Yeah. Super chat is like a donation, so basically you can send me any dollar amount that you'd like. So any donations are welcome, put it that way. Because pretty much any donation is going towards a grain cart, unless somebody wants to buy me a grain cart. What time will you be streaming? I don't know. Keep checking the community tab tomorrow on YouTube. If you know where the community tab is, it's on my main channel page. I've got like home videos and about tabs. One of them is the community tab. But yeah. So probably around the same time I started tonight, around 7 o'clock. My dad would loan me $1 million if you need it, if need it. Hey, put it this way, Bill. Same offer I did to Serge. If you want to buy me a grain cart, that'd be awesome. Put it that way. A grain cart, a skid steer, a hopper trailer, a new aluminum hopper trailer would be really nice. A black aluminum hopper trailer behind that Kenworth T600 with electric roll tarp, with a Thunder roll tarp 6,000 on it. That'd be awesome to have. So, Bill, if you want to buy me equipment, I'd fall over that, and you can come out to the farm anytime, and you can run some equipment then. You will get lots of subs. Just live stream from Tractor or Combine. Nobody gets bored. Wingman helps if you can't read comments and drive. You know what? I might take you up on that, Steven. If I can get Kyle out to the field, we might do that, and I'll have him hold the phone and do a live stream from there. And yeah. Because I think on live streams on your phone, you can reverse the camera so it's not like if you hold the phone and look at it like this, you can have the camera pointed outward so you can kind of hold it and read comments. So we might do that. Yeah, Dilly, all your donations, like that $2, it's going towards a grain cart. So I know you guys really want us to get a larger grain cart. So that's my next purchase that I'm doing. I'm saving up and I'm going to buy a grain cart, put it that way. I know some of you guys might laugh at that, but I see it as a good purchase, in my opinion. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, near the country, like 5 miles away from it. Raymond is the closest country city. Oh, okay, Serge. How's the Stock Stompers working for you? You like? Actually, we don't run Stock Stompers. We are running the Yetter Farm Equipment Stock Devastators, and I absolutely love them. I'm probably going to buy a John Deere riding lawnmower in Indiana. I'm very happy because it's going to be my very first John Deere of my life, and I'm hoping, and hopefully not last. I'm very excited. Oh, that's cool, Serge. That's really cool. Yeah, we might do that, Steven. Do a live stream from the cab this week, maybe. If I can convince Kyle to come out to the field and ride in the tractor and do a live stream from the tractor, I think that'd actually be really cool. And yeah, I don't know how long the stream will go. I mean, it really depends on how long Kyle's able to stay out there, but yeah, we might do that. So we're going to run the stream for another 20-ish minutes, and definitely at 10:30 we're going to cut it off. This will end up being my longest stream than I've done so far yet. We would watch Welkers for 5 hours just watching the combine head. LOL. Yeah, I think you guys would really like when I run grain cart. Then I mean, it all depends though. When we are running grain cart, I mean, I don't know if we're going to run grain cart this week or not. Kyle sounds like a farmer from the YouTube flare. He lives in Nebraska, which is cool. Kyle actually doesn't farm. All he does is that they have he's I guess you could say a truck driver, and they haul out of the quarries and stuff. So I think this will be a pretty cool channel for you guys to watch. It'll be interesting to see how Kyle runs the channel. I'll edit his videos. I'm just going to edit them for free because I feel with adding his content to my channel a little bit, I'm not going to have his videos on my channel, but I'll have like snippets of his videos in my stream, or not streams, but my vlogs to entice you guys to go watch his videos. So it'll be interesting to see how he runs his videos. So, but he doesn't farm. They have a family trucking business. So. I also like the videos when equipment is being used real time. Yeah, yeah. So this is enticing me even more to do live streams from the cab. I'm going to do a lot of these though, just like one-on-one with you guys here in the office because it's the easiest way to do streams. But we'll be definitely looking into doing those on my phone and stuff from the cab. So. Favorite thing to run as far as equipment, I love running the 8530 and I love running that 690. That 690 is awesome. Oh, that's cool, Serge. 175 likes. That's pretty cool, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I will have a video, like I said, out tomorrow at 6 a.m. for you guys. And also, I will be streaming again tomorrow night. and Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Okay, having issues with this video. Oh, how do I just... Did you say something about mirrors for the grain tank on the 690? Yes, I did put the grain tank mirrors on it. I think if you watch one of my videos, recent videos, you should be able to see them. They are really handy. I would definitely recommend doing that. How many people are in your bucket list of YouTubers to check? Probably like 20. And I haven't checked any of them yet. My cousin farms and drives trucks for Burning Farms in Scott City, Kansas. That's cool. I had to try and figure out how to trim this video for you guys. Right there. Let's save as. Oh, where did I get them? I got them from, I actually ordered them from greenfarmparts.com. I didn't order them through our dealer. But they're John Deere mirrors. John Deere brand. What brand are the mirrors for the grain tank? Need them for a 670. John Deere brand. Directly from John Deere. I believe they're $70 total, I believe. Trying to figure out how to trim this video down to where there we go. I figured out what the issue was. Okay. Okay, so now that we got this thing finally producing, VT drone. Oh man. Yeah, and start. This should be in 4K, right? Please, 4K. Yep. Okay, so this will take 20 more minutes. Well, a little bit less than 20 minutes to do. Probably about 15 minutes. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Steven. Yeah, Hinge definitely needs to do that since they bought that 680. Is that brand new? I honestly don't know if it's brand new or not. Do you have any John Deere toys or decor anywhere? Actually, right there is a 1/16 scale 8530 with a 1/6. I don't know if I can actually turn the camera. You guys can kind of see it there. You guys got a kind of overview of the office there. Well, kind of a preview of it, I think. There you guys go. Fix the camera a little bit. But yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff I have around here of that and more. So what are you proposing then, Serge? Like you were saying, like I need help. Like what do you want to do? Oh, you edit videos? Okay. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's exactly how my dad is, Dilly, and you'll. I don't know if you guys can really see it. You guys can see that giant John Deere sign over there. You guys will see that in a future video. So if I can fix the camera, there we go. Are your first crop soybeans finished? Yes, we are completely done on ours. We've got about 20 acres yet to do on custom work of first crop beans. There's no double crop beans on the custom work though. So we're gonna run this stream for about 12 minutes, and we're gonna end at about 10:30 my time, Central Time, and we'll call it a night then. And I will have a new video out for you guys tomorrow, and then I will have a live stream tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, and probably Thursday, and possibly from the cab eventually here pretty soon. So I have to do a quick lane at home. Later, 8, have to trim all the mistakes before we post. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I mean, Serge, I edit. So, I mean, it's all right. I mean, you don't have to worry about editing for me. I mean, I already edit myself. So, I mean, it's no big deal. So, not to be rude or anything, but I mean, I'm perfectly fine with editing my own, but so less than 10 minutes. We got 175 likes going, and that is pretty awesome. When will you build a new grain bin? What brand are you going to go with? Next year, more than likely, we will end up replacing our south holding bin with a larger holding bin. Bushel wise, we haven't really decided yet. We are currently looking into it right now, though. Definitely Brock. All of our bins out there, and we'll continue with Brock. I would love to go to a 60-foot stiffened Brock grain bin, though. Get about like 100 or 150,000. Hey, Tyler, how's it going? 100 to 150,000 bushel bin. Hopefully here within 4 years, no more than 4 years, really, in my opinion. So we'll end up overhauling a little bit of our green setup out there to kind of update it a little bit. Did you play with John Deere toys when you were a kid? Because that was basically my childhood. Yep, same. Doing pretty good, Tyler. How are you doing? Do you have a tall enough leg for that size bend? Yes, our both our legs are right at 100 feet, and we had our bin guy out when he was checking out the dryer, and we asked him about that, and he said no problem at all uh, with a bin that high. I think fill height would be 78 feet on a 60-foot bin. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Oh well, that went away. So, um, you okay? Yeah. If I'm ever in Nebraska, yeah. Will you ever get a new dryer, or will you get a new dryer as well? Probably not at the same time. It really all depends on my YouTube channel at that point because, um, depending on how much money I'm making on YouTube, uh, I would love to buy a Nico dryer, but I know a Nico dryer is probably 100, 150,000. But um, possibly, I would love to do that though at the same time because at the same time, I would like to get a couple freestanding legs, replace our legs with larger legs, and put stairs on them, and put stairs on all the bins. So be sure to give this stream a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, I will have a video out tomorrow at 6 a.m. And I will have um, streams all this week pretty much. And yeah. So as soon as we get back in the field, we'll do live streams whenever Kyle is able to come out to the field. When is the last 8820 going to... Wait, what? What are you at? Wait, I'm confused, Serge. We got about 700 acres of corn to run, which that'll probably take us up till Thanksgiving Day, and we'll get the custom harvest work pretty much wrapped up this week. When will you build new center pivots for Grandma's farm? Oh, the two pivots I've been talking about, the one in the house field and the one in that back field. I don't know. Right now we have the backfield factored in for corn, or figured for corn right now. I don't know. I was going to talk with Dad about that some more and see what his thoughts are if we're going to consider pricing an irrigator. It really all depends on how much ground these tomato guys want. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Can't go wrong with turkey and mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie. Man, pumpkin pie is good. Well, we got about 5 minutes, guys, and then I'm definitely going to end the stream tonight. This will be the longest stream I've run. 3 hours, so that's good. The nice thing about the live stream, though, is I'll get my watch time built up more, so hopefully YouTube will recommend my videos more. And it's surprising to me about how many people rewatch these streams. Like, I can't believe, like, last night's stream got rewatched up to, like, 1,500 views, I think, which I find crazy. I myself, I do not rewatch live streams just because it's kind of like one of those things that you have to be there to kind of be a part of the stream. So like when you're rewatching one, it's kind of like, you know, it's not like you don't feel like you're part of it. So yeah, we've been looking into a different sprayer for past like 3 years now. We'll see what next year holds. But yeah, any cool Christmas memories? Not really. We do Christmas Eve here at my grandparents' house here at the farm, and then we do Christmas like everybody else does, Christmas morning. But we do Christmas Eve, so we do open up some presents on Christmas Eve here at the farm. Hey, John, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Actually, we'd be looking at a Hagie STS-12. That's the size sprayer I'd like to have. Self-propelled. My second brand choice would be John Deere. And the only reason why it'd be second is just because the boom's in the rear. So so let me know what you guys think of these live streams, if you guys really enjoy watching these. If you guys like the one-on-one aspect like I'm running now. I mean, eventually I will do in-field live streams, but like I said, like what Steven was recommending earlier in the chat, you know, it's easier to do a live stream in the field when you got a co-pilot with you. And most of the time, I don't even have a co-pilot unless Kyle comes out and rides, which is like once like every so often. He doesn't really come out to the field that much just because it doesn't like coincide, you know, our schedules and stuff like that. Will you get wide drops for the Hagie? Yeah, eventually I wouldn't mind trying or having wide drops on the Hagie. Does your local Deere support Hagie? Yes. Yes, they definitely support Hagie, and they got a brand new, I believe, STS-12 sitting out front there down at Plymouth right now, and that'd be awesome. Awesome to have. Is your dog all German Shepherd? Because mine is half Shepherd. She, Bayla, that is her name, Bayla. She's over a year old. She was born in March and of last year, and she is definitely full of it. And she is a purebred German Shepherd. Yeah. Yep. Well, we're in the final minute here, guys. Again, thank you guys for watching this stream. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everything you guys do to support this channel. Like I said, the offer is still up. If somebody wants to buy me a piece of equipment, like a legit full-scale piece of equipment, you guys can stop by at the farm anytime you want, whoever buys me that. So I wear a size 1,300 bushel grain cart and a 40-foot Timothy trailer. So if you guys want to do that, that'd be awesome. Hey, sorry, John. I will have a stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday night, and probably Friday night again. And Bayla does not come in the tractor. She's kind of scared of the farm equipment, but she loves it here on the farm, though. But I will have a video out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., and we'll see how the videos go this week because it looks like it's going to be a pretty slow week. But harvest videos are definitely not done. So anyways, with that, I'll go ahead and end the stream, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night, actually. I'm not going to be in a vlog tomorrow morning, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow night in the next stream. And thank you guys for watching, and good night.